Chapter 78. Now that I have time, I'll tell you more. Chu Jun smiled and said, whether it's a martial art or a variety of martial arts, the most important thing is how to use it. Jiang Chongkong and the two senior sisters listened quietly. They understood some of the general principles, but sometimes they didn't even think about it. A single martial art could have a variety of variations other than a series of moves. A martial art could be practiced step by step and become ordinary, while others could become powerful. There were also combinations of martial arts. There were also some formations and combinations of martial arts. For example, the snow art and the flying snow art. If you have an ice element martial artist, the power will increase. Chu Jun said lightly. Jiang Chongkong nodded and said sincerely, Master, you're right. I've overlooked it. It's not a special art. You'll understand if you think about it. Chu Jun was satisfied with his sincerity. Jiang Chongkong had an idea. Master, I want to try combining the fire art with the iron shirt. Oh? I haven't practiced the iron shirt yet. It's all up to you, Chu Jun said. Jiang Chongkong sat with his legs crossed and activated the fire art. The fire astral power instantly filled his body. In the next second, his skin turned red and a wave of heat seeped out of his body. Jiang Chongkong's expression changed, and he spat out a mouthful of hot blood. He quickly withdrew the astral power in his body and didn't dare to try again. What's wrong? Chu Jun asked with concern. The two senior sisters also looked at him nervously. I'm too impatient. Although the iron shirt's defense is unparalleled, I haven't practiced it to the 5 viscera and 6 bowels. Jiang Chongkong shook his head and explained. Using the copper skin iron bone would allow the astral power to spread throughout his body. If he wanted to use the fire art, it would mean that the astral power of the fire art had spread throughout his body. His copper skin iron bone was only used for external defense and his bones. His flesh and organs weren't as strong. The fact that he wasn't cooked was because he was strong enough to stop in time. Chu Jun said, then rest well. 1,000-man Commander Qing Huai, it will take some time to search for the star stones. Jiang Chongkong nodded and calmly circulated the Taiji scripture to nourish his internal organs. When it came to the recuperation of the 5 viscera and 6 bowels, the Taiji scripture was slightly better than the Raging Flame technique. Although the current Raging Flame technique and Bronze Skin Iron Bone technique could not be used together. However, he believed that if he continued to improve, he would definitely be able to coordinate with them. Moreover, just because the art of bronze skin and iron bones was not good, it did not mean that the 3 traceless blades were not good. He planned to practice it properly after collecting the star stones. Ji Xiling cast a few more healing spells on him. Chu Jun went out to receive the star stones sent by the martial arts school. Senior sister, I'm fine. Jiang Chongkong stopped her from casting more healing spells. It's just consuming some star power. Ji Xiling said nonchalantly. She took out 2 books from her bosom and said, Come, let's comprehend it together. Jiang Chongkong, you came to Wu City with this kind of book? Yanxue blushed. She turned her head to the side and ignored them. This is a magic painkiller. Every time I get injured, I take it out to study. Ji Xiling said seriously. I suspect that there is a peerless healing power hidden in it. Jiang Chongkong was stunned. Alright, what she said makes sense. Let's read it together. The two flipped through the book. Yanxue sat on the side, bored, and did not peek. After reading for 2 hours, Chu Jun returned. Ji Xiling quickly put the books away. 5 backpacks, all filled with star stones. Oh right. You've achieved Star C. I haven't told you about the cultivation experience of the Raging Inferno art. Chu Jun remembered this and began to explain the Raging Inferno art to him. Although he did not need it, he still had to pretend. Jiang Chongkong listened attentively. At noon, Chu Jun cooked. After eating, they each cultivated. In the evening, Qing Huai drove over. There were as many as 11 backpacks. Jiang Chongkong, I'll leave these to you. Send them to that person. Ching Huai jumped out of the car and said, including Shin Jiangxing's and Liangzhe's star stones, there are a total of 829 pieces of third-grade low-grade, 311 pieces of middle-grade, and 189 pieces of high-grade. There are no top-grade ones. There were few top-grade ones. He only got 55 pieces after killing the man in black. 210,700, plus 60,000 special star stones. 27700. He was rich again. Do you know how to drive? Ching Huai handed him the key. No, I'll move there later. Jiang Chongkong said lightly. Ching Huai nodded. If you have time, let's have a drink. As long as Chiliarch Ching says the word, Chongkong will make time even if he doesn't have time. Jiang Chongkong smiled. Ching Huai was very satisfied. This super scholar gave him face. As Lu Feng and the others said, this scholar was not arrogant. Just as he was about to leave, Ching Huai stopped and said, by the way, I have something to tell you. We didn't find Lu Wuhai. Lu Wuhai? Jiang Chongkong thought for a while and said, thank you for telling me. Chongkong will pay attention. Ching Huai then started to leave. Jiang Chongkong was not in a hurry to leave. When night fell, he carried the star stones and left. The two senior sisters were worried about his safety and wanted to follow him, but Chu Jun stopped them. That was an expert comparable to the early stage of Stargate. He was not someone they could follow. Jiang Chongkong found a rope, tied the backpacks together, and took them all at once. Away from Wu City, Jiang Chongkong directly extracted all the essence, qi, and spirit. I'll first perfect the bronze skin and iron bone technique, and the Tai Chi scripture. Jiang Chongkong thought. He would not use the traceless three blades for a while. This identity would not appear in Jiang City for the time being. He had to try the fire art and the traceless three blades, so it was better to keep them the same. After making up his mind, Jiang Chongkong began to improve. Adding points to his essence, qi, and spirit, Jiang Chongkong's energy and astral power surged again. His skin was shining and the healing ability had healed his skin, which was now very hard. Blood surged and a masculine aura dissipated. He looked inside himself and saw that the third force pattern was thicker. The Tai Chi diagram appeared and blocked the blood qi in his body, making him look ordinary. Together with the hidden star ring, it was perfect for hiding astral power. Jiang Chongkong, Star Peak Low Rank Upper Grade Martial Arts, Bronze Skin and Iron Bone Technique, Perfect 12800/12800 Tai Chi Scripture, Perfect 12800/12800 Traceless 3 Blades, Perfect 1/12800 Fire Art, Perfect 1/12800 Essence, Chi and Spirit, 29012. 7-2 martial arts were successfully upgraded. Jiang Chongkong cultivated for half an hour to familiarize himself with the energy in his body. Then, he began to use the fire star power to practice the traceless blade. As the long saber slashed down, a faint spark was emitted, bringing with it a faint sound of breaking wind. The long blade fell on the weeds. There was no damage on the surface, but there was a bang and a flame rose from the inside. The weeds turned to ashes. I'm not familiar with it the first time. There are flames. I'll get better with more practice. Jiang Chongkong nodded in satisfaction and thought, I wonder if Tai Chi can be like this? Once he had an idea in his heart, he would execute it. Jiang Chongkong circulated the power of the blazing fire star and executed the Taiji fist. The Tai Chi diagram appeared, half of which was emitting heat and the other half was calm. Bang! The Tai Chi diagram exploded and sparks flew. Fortunately, the protective Tai Chi diagram blocked it. The yin and yang of the Tai Chi diagram are balanced, but the fire broke the balance. Jiang Chongkong put away the fire art and the Tai Chi diagram and realized his failure. However, did this mean that he had to learn a water or ice attribute martial art? Ding! His phone rang, interrupting his thoughts. It was from Ji Xiling and the others, asking him how he was doing. Jiang Chongkong replied, "I'm fine." Just as he was about to go back, another message came. It was from Zhouwen. "Chongkong, Zhang Hua brought some bombs to see Lu Wuhai." Lu Wuhai? Jiang Chongkong was delighted. No wonder Qing Huai couldn't find him. He went to see Zhang Hua. Then, everything could be over. He also wanted to inform Chu Jun and the others. Chapter 79. Lu Wuhai felt that something was amiss when He Long got into trouble. Moreover, there was the man in black beside He Long. Others might not know, but he knew the background of the man in black. Both of them were captured alive, and the matter was likely to be exposed. Just as he expected, Ma Jinwu and the other two big bosses were also caught. If he continued to stay in Rivertown, he wouldn't be able to escape. However, even if he wanted to leave, he couldn't leave empty-handed. He had to bring a batch of bombs to see that person in order to be protected. He had no value at all, and the other party might just kill him and cut off Rivertown's supply line. Luckily, he was prepared and asked Zhang Hua to keep a batch of bombs. He had planned to give them to the other party privately, but something happened. "Senior Lu, are we really leaving Rivertown?" Zhang Hua carried his backpack and followed behind Lu Wuhai, who was also carrying a backpack, with a hint of hesitation. Although he was prepared to leave Rivertown, it was different from what he had imagined. He had thought of completing the 5-year college entrance examination and getting a job assigned by the school. Instead of leaving with a bag of star power bombs on his back like this, he should have done it. "We have no choice but to leave. There's no place for us in Rivertown anymore." Lu Wuhai's expression was complicated and his eyes were cold. If they didn't leave now, they wouldn't have the chance to leave in the future. Once Qing Huai and the rest cleaned up the big boss's mess, they wouldn't be able to leave even if they wanted to. Zhang Hua was silent. He really didn't want to follow Lu Wuhai. But he had no choice. There was no turning back now. Lu Wuhai seemed to know what he was thinking and smiled. "Don't think too much. When we get there, you'll be my best brother. As long as I have something to eat, you won't starve. With these star power bombs, we'll be able to enjoy endless wealth." Zhang Hua nodded, but he didn't look excited. "Don't be unhappy. What's so good about Rivertown? Which job isn't trash? I'll help you create a real career. By then, we'll have a place in the entire Jianghai." Lu Wuhai patted Zhang Hua's shoulder and said proudly. Zhang Hua smiled. "I'll listen to you. Let's go." Lu Wuhai smiled in satisfaction and led him away. However, not long after, a figure standing with a saber blocked his way. "Jiang Chongkong?" Lu Wuhai and Zhang Hua's expressions changed at the same time. "I'm not sure if there's a place for you in Jianghai, but I'm sure that Jiang City has a burial ground for you." Jiang Chongkong looked indifferent. A strong wave of astral power was emitted, and the long saber was covered in golden light spots. The hidden star ring was still working. His astral power fluctuations were only at the middle stage of the Star Sea realm. "For the past few days I've been hearing about him. Wu City's ultimate 10 consecutive moves. His talent is far above us seniors." Lu Wuhai's expression was cold as he slowly unsheathed his sword. "We are both in the middle stage of the Star Sea realm. Let's see who gets buried today. Kill, see overturning 7 swords." With a furious roar, Lu Wuhai's sword chi condensed into 7 beams of sword chi. The superimposition of the 7 swords was enough to shake a late-stage Star Sea cultivator. 1/. Jiang Chongkong said indifferently. The blade was unsheathed. It was the golden flame mystic saber. The taiji manifested, and the sword chi was dispersed. A miserable scream was heard. As the blade passed by, the water vapor evaporated, the arms were sent flying, and blood flowed. The backpack fell off. Jiang Chongkong turned the blade and activated the mystic fire step, and the other arm was sent flying. The backpack fell directly and Jiang Chongkong caught it with one hand. Blood gushed out. With both arms cut off, Lu Wuhai's face was twisted with pain and he fell to the ground. Jiang Chongkong looked at Zhang Hua. Do you want me to cripple you and take you back, or do you want to come with me? Zhang Hua was already scared out of his wits. He hurriedly said, I'll go with you. I'll go with you. He had only been locked up for a few days. How did Jiang Chongkong become so powerful? Lu Wuhai, who was in the middle stage of the Star Sea realm, had both of his arms cut off in one move? Zhang Hua, you'll die if you go back. Detonate the bomb and fight him. Lu Wuhai roared hysterically. His expression was ferocious and terrifying, like that of a devil. Zhang Hua's body trembled. The previous star power bomb almost killed him. He had a bag of them with him now. Even if they were only at the first or second rank, there were too many of them. He couldn't escape death. Go back and wait for death? Thinking of this, Zhang Hua calmed down and his eyes were full of viciousness. Worst comes to worst, I'll die together with this guy. You're courting death. Jiang Chongkong snorted. He started a fire under his feet and moved as fast as a ghost. Puff! Before Zhang Hua could detonate the bomb, the Golden Flame's mystic blade had already slit his throat. He covered his throat with both hands, but he couldn't stop the blood from flowing. His breath gradually disappeared, and he turned into a corpse. Jiang Chongkong's expression was calm. Another top student had died, but this time, he had done a meritorious deed. He circulated his star power and wrapped Lu Wuhai's wound to stop the bleeding. He couldn't die yet. This guy was related to a lot of information. Tell me about the Blue Cloud Hunters. Jiang Chongkong checked the backpack and asked. Lu Wuhai closed his eyes and didn't say a word. Jiang Chongkong felt a headache coming on. This fellow was now a loner. He didn't have a family and he only had a few friends, but they were all killed by him. He didn't even know how to threaten him. If you don't tell me now, do you expect the military to save you? Jiang Chongkong said indifferently, or Li Mingda of the Soaring Sword. He can't even protect himself now. Lu Wuhai opened his eyes and stared at him. Jiang Chongkong, let me go. Let's work together. We can totally dominate Jiang Hai. Jiang Chongkong was confused. What does he mean? Is there something wrong with his brain? I want to dominate Jiang Hai. Do I need you? As long as I have enough star stones, I can dominate the world. Lu Wuhai said again. You're more talented and powerful than me. You won't be willing to accept the job assignment. You'll go to extremes like me. Jiang City is too small, and so is Jiang Hai. Jiang Chongkong was speechless. What you said makes sense, but it has nothing to do with you. I'm a proper martial artist. Professional martial artist ID. Do you see it? Jiang Chongkong kicked him lightly and showed his ID. Hurry up and tell me. The profit from selling arms was great. Jiang Chongkong was indeed tempted. However, killing the arms seller was obviously more profitable. The difference between the two was that one was a long-term and stable business, while the other was a one-time deal. One was a criminal, while the other was a meritorious service and could earn star stones. Let's end this here. The matter of Jiang City will be settled in Jiang City. Neither you nor the military will be able to find out the result. Lu Wuhai said expressionlessly, As for the people in the military, I can't tell you. What if I can live? I've been out for so long. I'm not a fool. I'm destined not to live. Lu Wuhai looked at the sky and murmured. He had already recognized his fate. He couldn't live. Even if Jiang Chongkong let him go, the Federation's law wouldn't let him go. One last question. Where did you hide your star stones? Jiang Chongkong's sharp five senses had already sensed footsteps approaching. I don't have any star stones. I've handed them over a long time ago. Lu Wuhai closed his eyes and didn't say another word. Jiang Chongkong was a little disappointed. He was actually so poor. How could he have the nerve to say that he had been out for a few years without any savings? Looking at himself, He had almost 30,000 essence, qi, and spirit stones in savings. Chapter 80. Chu Jun came with Captain Wang and Qing Huai, as well as Lu Wuhai. Both Qing Huai and Captain Wang said that Zhang Hua's death was a great achievement. Jiang Chongkong, his teacher, and his 2 senior sisters returned to the school. The rest was up to the Law Enforcement Bureau and the military. As for Jiang Chongkong's other identity, no one openly investigated it. The Law Enforcement Bureau and the military wouldn't give up on him. Jiang Chongkong didn't care. He was sure that no one would be able to find out. However, as soon as Jiang Chongkong entered the school, he was called into Vice Principal Chen Hua's office. "Chongkong, our school has been very kind to you, hasn't it?" Chen Hua looked serious, but there was a hint of dissatisfaction in his voice. "Of course it has. Vice Principal, are you blaming me for killing Zhang Hua?" Jiang Chongkong frowned. "Zhang Hua was a sinner. I've already expelled him." Chen Hua waved his hand. "I'm talking about you. There's something wrong with the iron mantle you gave him." "What's wrong?" Jiang Chongkong was confused. "Of course it's wrong. This martial art is suitable for me. It would be strange if it was normal for others to cultivate it. The teachers and I analyzed the iron mantle and found that it can't block weapons of the same level," Chen Hua said. "If it couldn't block weapons of the same level, it naturally couldn't block the star demon. How is that possible? Wait. Oh right, I remember now." Jiang Chongkong slapped his forehead. "Vice Principal, I'm so sorry. There's another sentence in the secret manual. Those who aren't of the Jiang family can't unleash its power." Chen Hua. "Is there such a sentence? Why didn't you say so earlier?" Some special martial arts required specific bloodlines to cultivate. This was something he was aware of. However, Jiang Chongkong didn't say anything when he sold the manual. "You're not lying to me?" Chen Hua frowned. "I wouldn't dare lie to you, Vice Principal. You can check it if you don't believe me," Jiang Chongkong said in a deep voice. With the star concealment ring, he was suppressing his strength and only separated a wisp of astral power to activate the bronze skin and iron bones. Chen Hua couldn't see through his strength, so he could let him test it. "It's not that troublesome. If you forcefully change your path, you can still hide it from me." Chen Hua smiled. "I have a better one. Look at this." As he spoke, he took out a palm-sized instrument with a red dot on it. Jiang Chongkong curled his lips, but he was also curious about the device. "What is this?" "The body scanner can scan all of your meridians and bones. Sit there and don't move. I'll simulate your circulation route on the computer and see if it's suitable for you," Chen Hua replied. Jiang Chongkong hurriedly sat up straight and watched the red dot sweep across his body. He suddenly felt a little nervous. This thing shouldn't be able to sweep out of his universe, right? He had 4 types of star power in his star ocean. It really is a perfect fit for your body. Chen Hua was surprised. Do I really have to be of the Jiang family's bloodline to practice it? However, the ancestors of the Jiang family were all ordinary people. How did they come up with a martial art that required bloodline? Could it be that the Jiang family had a capable ancestor? Chen Hua couldn't figure it out. Jiang Chongkong got up and glanced at the computer screen. There was a virtual human on it, simulating the circulation route of the bronze skin and iron bones. As long as it wasn't using astral power. He heaved a sigh of relief and said, "If there's nothing else, I'm leaving." Chen Hua pulled him back and blushed. "Why don't you learn how to use star stones?" "Principal, we're all adults now. Goodbye." Jiang Chongkong broke free and left quickly. He couldn't return the star stones and the martial arts at the same time. It was a fair trade. He didn't set it up. There was a private bathroom in the room, so Jiang Chongkong took a shower. Ji Xiling and Ing Yanxue also went to bed. They hadn't slept well for the past few days. Jiang Chongkong was woken up by his 2 seniors at night. Qing Huai was treating him to dinner. This matter could be said to be a great merit. Jiang Chongkong had obtained the evidence of the crime and obtained the greatest merit. Qing Huai and Captain Wang could also share some of the credit. Of course, Tang Ruashi was there as well. She had lent Jiang Chongkong the Starlight surveillance device, which was also a credit. There was no need to mention Zhou. It was because of his surveillance that Lu Wuhai didn't escape. The purpose of the dinner was to confirm the credit so that Qing Huai and Captain Wang could report it. They could also talk about the future of Wu City. After 3 rounds of drinks, Qing Huai put down his chopsticks and smiled. You guys will be in charge of Wu City this time. Thank you, Captain Qing. Chen Hua smiled. We'll be fair and law-abiding in the future, Xin Jiangxing said. Right, the Xingyi Hotel has no owner now. I think Lord Qing is a good fit. Liang Zhe smiled. Qing Huai smiled but didn't say anything. Jiang Chongkong didn't say a word. Now that the 4 bosses were gone, these people began to divide the asset. As for the families of the 4 bosses, none of them could escape. All suspicious people would be arrested. As for Wu City, the school will reserve a piece of land for Jiang Chongkong. Chen Hua smiled. Pick whatever you want. The school will support you in whatever you want to do. Thank you, sir, but I don't know how to do business, Jiang Chongkong said. You can do whatever you want. You're taking it for free anyway. Ji Xiling tugged at his sleeve. You think you'll lose anything? Jiang Chongkong smiled and didn't say anything else. Everyone here had basically gotten their share. If he didn't take it, it would mean that he didn't want to integrate into this new circle. Right, I think we should forget about the Starlight meteorite iron. The people have all been killed. This time, it should belong to the martial arts school. Let the school fight for it themselves. Qing Huai said. It has to belong to the martial arts school. This kind of treasure is suitable for the martial arts school, Xin Jiangxing and the others quickly said. Chongkong has made a lot of contributions. 1 piece of land is too little. How about this? You can hold a position in the military and ask for offerings from outside. The captain has already agreed. In the future, you will be able to enter and leave the military freely. You won't have to do anything. Including the Centurion, you can mobilize a 10-man team. Congratulations, inviting offerings from outside is not something that ordinary people can have, the group said enviously. Thank you, Captain Qing. Jiang Chongkong raised his glass. Right, Tang Ruashi of Kaxiang, Wu City will also give you a piece of land. You can start a small business. And Ing Yanxue and Ji Xiling. They're all talented. They should get a piece of land too. Jinda Corporation also needs someone to take over. Why don't we all run it together and each take a share? Xin Jiangxing suggested. Forget about running it. I don't know how. I'll leave it to you. Qing Huai said. We don't know how either. We'll have to trouble you, Brother Shun. Chu Jun cupped his hands. Since you think highly of me, I won't say anything. I'll give you dividends every year, Xin Jiangxing said with a smile. Just like that, the group of people ate and drank and divided up the properties of the 4 big shot. Jiang Chongkong had obtained a piece of land in the Wu City and was a nominal member of the army. His authority was that of a decurion, and he could only mobilize 10 men. However, he didn't have to work in the army. In addition to these, he also received monthly cultivation resources and some news about the Star Demon in the military. He was considered an official member of the Federation. Given his strength, it was a waste of his talent to be a centurion. However, this was a special case. It was not a job assigned by the school. Moreover, he could mobilize 10 people, including the centurion. His power was even greater than that of a centurion. The military law did not apply to him. If they wanted to hire him, they had to pay something. This position did not require any credit. It was equivalent to getting it for free. In addition, there was also the dividends from the Jinda Corporation. Although there were many people and they could not get much, they were still considered a shareholder. Even though he wanted to exchange all these for star stones, it seemed like they wouldn't agree to it, so he simply didn't ask. The meal lasted until late at night. Everyone went home to sleep. Chapter 81. Gangseong Budo School. Jiang Chongkong had just woken up. His head was still aching. God knew where those guys got the alcohol to make him, a Starry Sea Peak cultivator, drunk. 3 days had passed since the division of properties. He had not had a single day of rest. He had been dragged to eat and drink. First, it was Cheng Huai, then Captain Wang, Xin Jiangxing, Liang Zhe, and finally Tang Ruoshi from Kaxiang. Tang Ruoshi had also taken some credit for lending him the surveillance equipment. She treated him to a meal as a token of gratitude. He rubbed his slightly swollen glabella and circulated the Taiji Sutra in his body. Only then did he feel better. "You're awake." Ji Xiling crossed her legs. She was sitting on the sofa in the living room, admiring the contents of the book. "I'm awake. It's so uncomfortable." Jiang Chongkong shook his head. "I'll never drink with these people again. You're a big shot in Jiangqing now. You've done the most in this major firearms case." Ji Xiling put down her book and looked at him. "In the future, no one in Jiangqing will dare to disrespect you. You're the same, senior. Let's not flatter each other." Jiang Chongkong curled his lips. "It's different. You're more respected." Ji Xiling pouted and gestured to the door. "That junior is scared out of his wits. What's going on? I don't have any grudges with the students." Jiang Chongkong was confused. He had basically killed anyone who had a grudge against him. Where did this junior come from? He walked out of the small room. A young man was carrying a backpack and looking inside. "Senior Li Qiuchuan, what are you doing?" Jiang Chongkong was shocked. This person was Li Qiuchuan, who he had worked with before. At that time, he had just started out and was at the stage where he had nothing. He had relied on Ji Xiling and Zhou Wen to intimidate others. However, what was Li Qiuchuan doing? Was that backpack full of star stones? "Senior, I suddenly feel that I've gone too far back then. As a junior, I should have helped you for free," Li Qiuchuan said with a sincere expression on his face. As he spoke, he opened his backpack, which was filled with star stones. Only a few pieces were of the second rank. The rest were of the first rank, and they were all of the middle and upper rank. There were only a few of the best ones. "Keep this star stone for yourself." The corner of Jiang Chongkong's mouth twitched. He really didn't like it now. "I said I'd split it with you, so I did. Do you have something to ask of me?" It's nothing. I just wanted to tell Senior that if Senior needs anything in the future, just let me know," Li Qiuchuan hurriedly said. Jiang Chongkong understood. They were here to suck up to him. As for the previous conditions, there was no need to say anything. Li Qiuchuan did not have the guts to do so. Now, among the students, he fully deserved to be the #1 expert in the martial arts school. As for the teacher and the principal, he was hiding his cultivation. Others only knew that he was at the early stage of the Starry Sea realm, infinitely close to the middle stage. "Senior, this is a map." Li Qiuchuan carefully took out a piece of paper from his pocket. "A map?" Jiang Chongkong took the map and glanced at it. He was puzzled. "Is this the star desolate grassland?" "Yes." Li Qiuchuan nodded and said in a low voice, "It's strange. After the college entrance exam, I also left the city and came here by accident. I saw a strange star demon." Jiang Chongkong frowned. "What's so strange about a star demon?" "This star demon looked like an ordinary star demon, but we were thrown several meters away by an invisible force before we could get close," Li Qiuchuan said in a low voice. "It's very likely that it's a special star demon." "Special star demon." Jiang Chongkong's expression turned serious. He had already verified the value of a special star demon. If he obtained another special starstone, he could sell it in a big city if it was not suitable for him. "What's the strength of that star demon?" Jiang Chongkong asked. "That star demon is very weak. It's only at the peak of star chi, but strangely, it's hard to get close to it. Li Qiuchuan thought for a while and said, once you try to get close, there's an invisible force that pushes you back. Who else knows about this? Jiang Chongkong asked. My 3 teammates. I've already told them not to tell anyone. The school didn't tell anyone, Li Qiuchuan said. Okay, I'll accept this. Once I verify it, you'll be rewarded in the future. Jiang Chongkong kept the map. Thank you, senior. Li Qiuchuan was overjoyed. He had secured his thigh. Even if he was given a special star stone, he would only exchange it for some star stones. But it was different for Jiang Chongkong. He could get close to him and hug his thigh. Okay, you can carry this star stone back, Jiang Chongkong said. Li Qiuchuan left with the star stone on his back. Jiang Chongkong took the map and entered the hut. Ji Xiling was studying her unique book again. She was very focused. Senior, Jiang Chongkong called out. Don't call me. I've been very busy recently. I have to go to Wu City to look at the land later. Ji Xiling glanced at him and said, I'll help look after your land. What business do you want to do? Although the conversation just now was very quiet, it couldn't be hidden from Ji Xiling, who was already in the sea of stars. I don't have any ideas for now. Let's talk about it when I come back, Jiang Chongkong said. Don't be in a hurry to leave. You have 2 choices now. 1. Tell me your idea, and I'll help you. 2. Tell me your idea. The school will take 30%. In the future, you won't dare to do anything to the school. Just take 70%. Ji Xiling stopped him and said, Senior, what do you think? What about Senior Yanxue? Jiang Chongkong asked. Of course, to keep the school busy. We'll leave Jiang City in the future. There are martial arts schools all over the Federation. Any school can take it. Ji Xiling said. As for Yanxue, she plans to let the school help her open a restaurant. There were martial arts schools in all 36 provinces of the Federation and 11 islands overseas. All of them belonged to the Federation. Even if their businesses were in other cities, as long as there were profits, they could go to the martial arts schools to take it. Jiang Chongkong thought it was feasible. He didn't have the energy to take care of it, so he just left it to the school. He didn't know how to do business either. Besides, he was a certified martial artist. If there was anything, he could do it with another identity. As for Ing Yanxue, he felt that she opened a restaurant purely to let him leave the school and have a place to eat for free. Although everything was handed over to the school, he still needed to take care of some details. After Jiang Chongkong understood, he asked the 2 senior sisters to take care of it. Ji Xiling also knew the importance of the special star demon. She urged, go quickly. Don't lose it. Don't worry. For now, only we know, Jiang Chongkong said. If it can be found by Li Qiuchuan, it can also be found by others. Ji Xiling frowned. Be careful. If it's suitable for you to learn, it'll be a loss if you don't get it. Alright, I'll go now. Jiang Chongkong brought his weapons, backpack, and a few bottles of water. Ji Xiling said, I'll go to Yanxue to get some jerky for you. Weapons, water, and clothes were all put into the backpack. Jiang Chongkong was ready to leave. Ji Xiling and Ing Yanxue came with 2 big bags full of jerky. Jiang Chongkong was speechless. How many snacks did you hide in your room? Ing Yanxue's expression was still cold. She didn't feel anything was wrong. Bring them all. Don't starve yourself outside. Jiang Chongkong looked at his backpack. There was still a small space left. He packed the jerky and ran. He also saw Ji Xiling put the book into his bag reluctantly. She said it was effective in relieving pain. These 2 senior sisters were abnormal. Chapter 82. After escaping from the 2 passionate seniors, Jiang Chongkong went out again. The soldier guarding the gate saluted. Greetings, sir. Do your best. Jiang Chongkong nodded and felt refreshed in his heart. Even his footsteps became lighter. He was already registered in the army and had obtained his identification. He was now hiring people outside the army. Normally, the army would hire people as well. They were all experts in the city and professional martial artists with clean identities. Being a special group, they didn't need to report to the army. As long as the army needed them, they could help out. Hiring people outside the army meant that they were hired from outside and didn't belong to the army. They could do it if they wanted to and quit at any time. Hiring people outside the army was rare. Only those who had made great contributions and were very strong in the city would be approved by the army. Jiang Chongkong was able to get this position because he had made great contributions. Without taking a car, Jiang Chongkong used Mystic Fire Step and left the city. With his current speed, compared to the average car, he was faster than it was if he hurried on the road. He took out the map and confirmed his location. The place where Li Qiuchuan found the special star demon was not far from where Zhou Wen and Ying Yanxue had asked for help. It was the opposite direction from where Zhang Hua and the rest were chasing the special star demon. Stepping on fire, Jiang Chongkong's figure was like a phantom, disappearing into the weeds. Along the way, he saw many people hunting the star demon. There were ordinary martial artists from Rivertown and students from the two schools. He didn't stop and continued on his way. 15 minutes later, he arrived at the place where he had saved Zhou Wen and Ying Yanxue. His speed was many times faster than before. Roar. After a while, he heard a roar. A star demon was blocking his way. Jiang Chongkong didn't stop. He slashed and the star demon was cut in half. It was only in the middle stage of star chi and didn't have any spirit. He wasn't interested. Jiang Chongkong killed his way through and arrived at the river. There were many star demon drinking water. This is where the star demon last appeared. Jiang Chongkong looked at the map. If there were no accidents, the star demon should still be nearby. However, this special star demon wasn't in human form. Even if he saw it, he wouldn't be able to recognize it. Star Chi Peak. Jiang Chongkong thought about the star demon's strength. He unsheathed his sword and unleashed a wave of sword energy. The star demon who was drinking by the river was instantly split apart, and blood flowed everywhere. Roar. There were quite a number of star demon drinking water. The smell of blood stimulated them, and they roared as they charged over. Saber Chi shot out with Jiang Chongkong at the center, spreading out and splitting the star demon in half. The stench of blood drifted in all directions. Jiang Chongkong waited where he was. He planned to play something big again. Now that he had formed a star sea, there were many star chi and nebula star demon nearby. He could definitely play something big. One by one, the star demon fell. With Jiang Chongkong's sharp senses, he sensed that there were star demon nearby. Before the star demon could come over, Jiang Chongkong's mystic fire step turned into a phantom and killed the star demon. Dense blood energy gathered, and the sky gradually turned scarlet. More and more star demon rushed over. Jiang Chongkong's body didn't move, but his saber energy swept out. He picked out the star stones and held them in his hand. There was no skill notification, so he directly threw them away. He tried them one by one, but none of them were special star demon. After killing for 2 hours, the star demon's corpses had piled up like a mountain. Jiang Chongkong still hadn't found the special star demon. What kind of skill was it to be able to send Li Qiuchuan and the others flying with invisible star power? Was it just sent flying with star power? That couldn't be right. Li Qiuchuan and the others weren't weak. The star demon at the peak of astral chi wouldn't be able to send it flying with star power alone. Roar. The star demon's roar kept coming. Jiang Chongkong casually swung his saber and killed the star demon. Time flew, and in the blink of an eye, it was already dark. Jiang Chongkong was a little tired. He suspected that the star demon had left this place. If it was nearby, the star demon wouldn't be able to resist the dense blood energy. Let's rest first. I'll change places later. Jiang Chongkong took out the map. Li Qiuchuan had marked out all the places where the special star demon appeared. He planned to try all the places where the special star demon appeared. If there were none, it would prove that it had left. At that time, he could only choose to give up. The star-desolate plain was so big. He wasn't confident that he could find the special star demon. By the time he recovered his star power, it was already late at night. Jiang Chongkong changed places and continued to kill the star demon. With the strength of a peak of star sea warrior, Jiang Chongkong could do whatever he wanted. He had encountered quite a number of nebula star demon, which increased his essence, energy and spirit by a few hundred points. My essence, energy and spirit are increasing. Jiang Chongkong was a little depressed. He thought about the hundreds of thousands of essence, energy and spirit that he had obtained recently. Unfortunately, he probably wouldn't have such an opportunity in Rivertown in the future. All the big bosses had been killed and their assets had been divided. Unless he killed the remaining big bosses as well. After killing the star demon, he recovered his star power and continued to kill. He would rest for a few hours in between to recover his energy. For 5 consecutive days, Jiang Chongkong had tried all the places where the special star demon would appear, but he didn't even see a trace of the special star demon. Forget it. I'll just kill the star demon and go into seclusion for a while. Jiang Chongkong decided to give up. If he had the time, he could focus on killing the galaxy star demon and get a lot of star stones. Besides, his 3 traceless strikes combined with the fiery art needed more practice. Since it wasn't convenient to practice in school, he would practice in the star-desolate grassland. He swung his blade and sparks flew, but there was still some leakage of energy. Jiang Chongkong was very patient. He swung his blade again and again. Sparks spun along with the blade and the star demon started to burn from the inside out. With one slash, the star demon's internal organs were burnt to a crisp, giving off a strong smell of meat. As he swung his blade skillfully, the sparks gradually decreased. From the little sparks before, there was only a trace of fire. After a day, he could barely combine the 2 martial arts, but he wasn't very familiar with it. The blade passed through silently and landed on the star demon's body. There was no injury, but golden flames burned from the inside, burning the star demon. 3 traceless strikes combined with the fiery art. He directly injected the fiery blade chi into the opponent's body. Jiang Chongkong's lethality had increased by another level. He was also filled with expectations for the 4 martial art. This time, I should thank teacher Chu Jun. With this, I can be considered to have fully grasped my martial arts. Jiang Chongkong put away his blade and stood upright, thinking about his martial arts. I'll go to the galaxy region first and practice on the way. Looking at the sky, it was already late at night. Jiang Chongkong left quickly. Fire started under his feet and he walked on it. Jiang Chongkong was like a ray of fire, passing through the weeds. Half an hour later, Jiang Chongkong stopped. In the weeds to his left, there were 2 people lying on the ground, looking at the situation outside anxiously. If they were strangers, he would have left immediately. However, these 2 were acquaintances. Acquaintances from the army, Lu Feng and Zhang Mo. Brother Feng, Brother Mo, what are you doing? Jiang Chongkong walked over and squatted down beside them. F***ck, who is it? The 2 were shocked. After seeing him clearly, they heaved a sigh of relief. So it's Brother Chongkong, no, Officer Jiang. Don't be so distant between us. What are you doing? Where's Brother Hu? Jiang Chongkong asked curiously. He raised his head and looked in front of him. It was empty, there was nothing there. The star-desolate grassland at night was very dangerous, but these 2 were still here. It seemed like they were on the move. Huzi has already left and sacrificed his life for the Federation. Lu Feng looked a little sad. But it's nothing. This is our fate. He's considered lucky. At least he wasn't eaten by the star demon. What's going on? Wasn't everything fine just now? Jiang Chongkong was slightly shocked and asked. Chapter 83. Jiang Chongkong had seen them when he was searching for the star-robbing stones. He had held back and only knocked them unconscious. Xiao, who was still there at that time. After he was done with the matters in Wu City, Qing Huai and the others had been drinking with him. He didn't have time to ask Lu Feng and the others where they went. He wanted to treat them to a meal. Unexpectedly, when they met again, there were only 2 of them left. It's not a big deal. I was just helping Chiliarch Zhao find a star demon. He died in an accident. Lu Feng said calmly, but he couldn't hide the sorrow on his face. They were good friends and had worked together. Xiao, whose death was a blow to them. Zhang Mo looked angry, but he didn't say anything. He just looked to the side. He died in the hands of a star demon. This sigh. Jiang Chongkong sighed. If he died in someone else's hands, he could still avenge them. But star demons all looked the same. Who knew if killing them was considered revenge? You don't have to say anything. We're honored that you still remember us. Lu Feng grinned. You should have something else to do. Don't worry about us. Brother Feng, what are you saying? I owe you a meal, and I'll keep my promise. I also owe you a phone. Jiang Chongkong said in a deep voice, brother who can't eat now. But even if there are 10 or 100 star demon, I'll kill them for you, let alone one. It was just a class 1 or class 2 star demon. Jiang Chongkong had killed more than 1,000 in the past few days. He couldn't even finish picking up the star stones that he didn't want. Chongkong, since you call me brother, listen to me. Don't interfere. Go do your own things. Lu Feng's expression darkened. We can talk about the food and the phone when we get back. Zhang Mo, who had been silent, nodded. We know you're very strong, but don't interfere. Go back. Wait, what star demon are you looking for? Is it at the peak of Star Ocean? Jiang Chongkong was surprised. The 2 of them knew that he was in the military. It was impossible that they didn't know his current strength. After a long silence, Lu Feng asked, Do you really want to help? Brothers, your words are meaningless. If I didn't want to help you, I wouldn't have opened my mouth. Jiang Chongkong frowned. The 2 of them looked at each other and Lu Feng continued, It's like this. Either you snatch that star demon away or you snatch it away. Otherwise, please call Chiliarch Qing over. Is it really the peak of the Sea of Stars? Steal that star demon? That's not right. You guys aren't strong enough. Jiang Chongkong's expression changed. That special star demon at the pinnacle of Star Qi? You know about it? Both of them were shocked. That's why I'm here. One of my seniors gave me this information, but until now I haven't found any clues at all. Jiang Chongkong explained, but you just said that you want me to snatch it away? Although his name was in the military now, he was not officially in the military yet. Lu Feng and Chiliarch Qing were members of the military. Under normal circumstances, they wouldn't let him snatch the special star demon. Moreover, he was puzzled that they wanted him to find Qing Huai. Why would they want to find Qing Huai for no reason? Since you know about the special star demon and found this place, I'm sure you won't give up. Lu Feng said, We didn't do this on our own. Chiliarch Zhao brought us here. Chiliarch Zhao Qianjun, a Chiliarch of Rivertown's military. His late-stage Star Ocean strength was showing signs of breaking through to the pinnacle of Star Ocean recently. Zhao Qianjun had received the news and brought them here to capture the special star demon. They had tracked the star demon from where it first appeared to this place. That star demon isn't strong, but there's a pinnacle of Star Ocean next to that star demon. Lu Feng's expression was ugly. But Zhao Qianjun knew about this, but he still asked Xiao Hu and the others to attack, causing Xiao Hu's death. Pinnacle of Star Ocean? Jiang Chongkong was a little dazed. The pinnacle of Star Ocean was really involved. Li Qiuchuan and the others were really lucky to not encounter the pinnacle of Star Ocean's star demon. You're saying that Zhao Qianju knew about the pinnacle of Star Ocean's star demon, but he still sent Brother Hu to his death? Jiang Changkong's expression darkened. Here's what happened: the two of them had cold expressions as they explained. When they found the special star demon's location, Zhao Qianjun pretended not to know and asked the soldiers to attack. He went to capture the special star demon himself. However, to everyone's surprise, the surging blood aura in the distance attracted the special star demon away. Jiang Changkong. How the F***ck is this related to me? The surging blood aura was undoubtedly his doing. In the past few days, he had killed many star demon and piled them up into a mountain to attract the star demon. It turned out that it wasn't attractive, but that Zhao Qianjun and the others had lured it away. Zhao Qianjun was furious that he couldn't capture the special star demon, but the pinnacle of Star Ocean's star demon had exploded. No matter how angry Zhao Qianjun was, he knew that he had to save the soldiers first. He couldn't let all of them die here. And Xiao Hu died in this battle. Zhao Qianjun wasn't strong enough, but he had no problem delaying the pinnacle of Star Ocean's star demon for a while. As for the star demon, it was probably guarding the special star demon. After the special star demon left, it didn't fight for long before leaving. With Zhao Qianjuan's strength, it would be best for him to delay the star demon while you guys capture the star demon. Jiang Changkong frowned. But he didn't do that. Instead, he chose to let us delay the star demon. Also, Zhao Qianjun knows this star demon very well. No matter how it runs, he can always determine its range, Lu Feng and Zhang Mo said angrily. With their strength, even with the help of their equipment, they wouldn't be able to hold on for long. Jiang Changkong frowned and pondered. Determine the range of the star demon? The two continued to talk. A few of Zhao Qianjuan's bodyguards talked about how the pinnacle of Star Ocean's star demon had chased them out from the depth. It had chased them out from the depths. Jiang Changkong was slightly shocked. The galaxy star demon shouldn't have appeared here. Now there was an explanation. It had chased them out from the depth. That special star demon was clearly not the star demon nearby. It had also come from the depth. That was interesting. Why would the galaxy star demon come out for no reason? There was no movement from the captains? Plus, they could determine the range of the star demon. Could it be that this special star demon had escaped from Zhao Qianjun? He asked the question in his heart. Lu Feng replied, "No one knows about this. Zhao Qianjun is using this as an excuse to bring his troops back to the city to rest. He has been fighting for a month. Returning to the city to rest was something they couldn't refuse. They had hunted the star demon for a month. Couldn't they take a few days off?" Lu Feng and the others naturally wanted to report this. However, their phones and anything that could contact the outside world had been confiscated. As for the special star demon, Zhao Qianjun would definitely not tell others. As for determining the range of the special star demon, it was a guess based on their daily actions. "Changkong, what are your plans?" Zhang Mo sighed. Jiang Changkong frowned. "I won't give up on the special star demon," Lu Feng said seriously. "It's the same as before. If you want to snatch it, do it. If you don't, contact the Chiliarch." "Right." Zhao Qianjun has also hired helpers. They will arrive tonight. Zhang Mo continued. They are external worshippers. They aren't from River City. Their strength is unfathomable. External worshippers? Jiang Changkong narrowed his eyes. This was the same as his position. They weren't from River City. Their strength was unfathomable. Hopefully, they weren't too strong. Otherwise, it would be difficult to snatch the special star demon. He wanted to snatch the special star demon, but he couldn't drag them down with him. After weighing the pros and cons, Jiang Changkong said, "Contact Qing Huai. It's not a conflict of interest. No, contacting Chiliarch Qing is our last resort. They are both Chiliarchs and have a special relationship with the special star demon. Qing Huai won't be able to interfere." Lu Feng smiled bitterly. I only heard that you are related to the Chiliarch. Let's see if you can transfer us out and save our lives. Qing Huai and I aren't that close. I'm afraid he won't offend Zhao Qianjun for me. Jiang Chongkong said helplessly. Chapter 84. Jiang Chongkong had some influence but not that much. On the surface, he was just a genius who had picked up a great merit. His secret identity was the one that made people shudder with fear. His secret identity could be killed and left. They wouldn't be able to find out anyway. The special star demon is nearby. Let's set up a mark. Follow from afar and we'll pass the information to you. Lu Feng's expression was sinister. As long as Zhao Qianjun doesn't catch the special star demon, it'll be revenge for Hu Zi. Alright. Jiang Chongkong nodded. If he really found the special star demon, Qing Huai would take care of him. As long as he was strong enough, he would definitely become a Decurion. He believed that Qing Huai would give him face. I need a phone, Zhang Mo said in a low voice. Lu Feng's expression changed and he said angrily, just set up a mark. Why do you need a phone? I won't leak the information to others. Since those bodyguards said so much, they might have more to say. Zhang Mo said in a low voice, if there's a recording, pass it to Chongkong. It'll be a great contribution. Lu Feng didn't say anything and looked at Jiang Chongkong. Have you thought it through? Jiang Chongkong frowned. If they pretended to be fine, Lu Feng and Zhang Mo would be safer. If they brought a phone, they might be killed if they were discovered. I've thought it through. Other than taking revenge for Hu Zi, I'm also worried that we'll be the ones dying next time. Zhang Mo sighed. What if they push them out next time? Phones are easy. There are martial arts students nearby. I'll borrow two. Wait for me for half an hour. Jiang Chongkong threw down a sentence and turned to leave. He didn't borrow, but he was robbing. He didn't know if there were martial arts students nearby, but it was fine as long as someone had a phone. Running at full speed, it only took them 20 minutes. Jiang Chongkong brought two phones. The two of them took out their SIM cards and threw them away to prevent anyone from calling. The three of them discussed for a while and agreed to use the flame pattern as a mark for communication. The special star demon is nearby. You can look for it yourself. Our rest area is over there. If we don't come here tomorrow, that means we've moved. You can go to the resting area to take a look. After saying that, Lu Feng reminded them not to approach the resting area casually. The resting area had an origin martial compass, so he would be discovered if he approached. Jiang Chongkong nodded and memorized them one by one, but he didn't think much of it. With the star concealing ring, he could evade the origin martial compass. Speaking of which, Tang Ruashi still owed her a request. When would she fulfill it? My search for the star demon has caused quite a commotion. Be careful, it might alert Zhao Qianjun. After explaining, Jiang Chongkong left. Lu Feng and Jiang Chongkong only knew that the special star demon was nearby, but they did not know its exact location. They came out just to look for clues. If Jiang Chongkong wanted to find the special star demon, he would have to do it himself. To find the star demon, the old method was the most suitable. As for whether it would alarm Zhao Qianjun, he didn't need to worry at all. He was a consecrator from the army, and he had obtained the approval of a major. He could compete with Zhao Qianjun openly, depending on their own abilities. Moreover, he wasn't here to find the special star demon. Killing the star demon was everyone's responsibility. After finding a star demon, he killed it and let it bleed. There were more star demons at night than during the day. Jiang Chongkong easily found a star demon team and killed them to retrieve the star stone. He held it in his hand and threw it away without using any martial arts. The star demon fell one after another, dyeing the night sky red. The smell of blood wafted, the ground trembled, and the weeds collapsed. The star demon rushed over in a frenzy. Jiang Chongkong raised his saber and slashed, causing more blood to flow. Chongkong, this commotion. In the distance, Lu Feng and Jiang Chongkong looked at each other and left quickly. They found a place to bury their phones. This commotion would definitely attract Zhao Qianjun. They couldn't bring their phones, lest they thought they had called Jiang Chongkong. Of course, this wasn't a problem. As long as they couldn't find their phones, they could stay far away. Zhao Qianjun could only determine an area. He still needed manpower to find the star demon, so he wouldn't kill them easily. The thick smell of blood soared into the sky. Countless star demon roared, shaking the ground. Among the weeds, there was a green tent with 2 soldiers standing guard outside. A middle-aged soldier panted heavily as he rushed over. "Stop, the Chiliarch is entertaining an important guest. You can't afford to disturb him like this," a soldier said coldly. A soldier said coldly, stopping the middle-aged soldier. He then asked, "Why are you so flustered?" "The star demon is behaving strangely. Blood suddenly appeared there, and the sky has turned red," the middle-aged soldier quickly explained. "The star demon is behaving strangely? Blood?" The other soldier's expression changed. "Wait here, I'll report it." After saying that, he went into the tent. The middle-aged soldier calmed down and took 2 steps back. He stood with his head lowered and adjusted his breathing, trying to calm it down. "I heard it all," a rough voice said. A boorish voice rang out as a well-built man wearing armor walked out of the tent, followed by a soldier. Walking beside him was a young man in a blue robe. He reeked of alcohol. It seemed like he had drunk a lot. "Chiliarch Zhao, Minister Chu." The middle-aged soldier hurriedly bowed. "Which direction?" Zhao Qianjun didn't say much. "It's over there. It's easy to see the surging smell of blood." The middle-aged soldier pointed in a direction. "Let's go take a look," the young man in the blue robe said and rushed out. Zhao Qianjun narrowed his eyes and followed. He wanted to see if this was done by someone or by the star demon. If it was done by someone, he definitely wouldn't let them go. The 2 of them walked quickly. In a few minutes, they were close to their destination. Seeing the surging bloody light and the star demon charging toward them, their expressions changed drastically. "Not good. This situation is very disadvantageous for us." Zhao Qianjuan's expression was extremely gloomy. "Tell your men not to come over. We can't let anyone see that special star demon." The young man in the blue robe's expression was extremely gloomy. He turned around and said, "I'll go take a look." Zhao Qianjun hurriedly followed. He took out his phone and contacted his soldiers, telling them not to come over. The other soldiers' phones were confiscated, but his soldiers' phones were not confiscated. The 2 of them weaved through the star demon group, one in front and one behind. These star demon were only rank 1 or 2. They were all galactic sea realm experts, so they were naturally not afraid. In a few breaths, the 2 of them arrived at the source. They saw Jiang Chongkong killing the star demon. Jiang Chongkong. Zhao Qianjuan's expression became even gloomier. "He's Jiang Chongkong? The one who killed Lu Wuhai and ruined our plans?" The young man in the blue robe's expression was frighteningly ugly. They saw Jiang Chongkong, and Jiang Chongkong also saw them. Zhao Qianjun was about to say something, but the young man in the blue robe had already dashed over. He gathered astral power and threw a palm at Jiang Chongkong's forehead. Jiang Chongkong's expression changed. He hurriedly raised his palm to defend himself. The Tai Chi armor automatically appeared. Boom! The 2 palms collided. Only 20% of the astral power flowed to the side. The rest of the astral power blew Jiang Chongkong away. The young man in the blue robe was about to attack again when Jiang Chongkong's phone rang. Zhao Qianjun moved and stopped the young man in the blue robe. "Sir Chu, he's one of us." "Sir Jiang, we were just fooling around. May I know why you're killing the star demon in the middle of the night?" "Oh, it's Sir Chu. You're very strong. I admire you," Jiang Chongkong said and took out his phone. The alarm went off. It scared me. I thought it was someone calling. The 2 of them. Is this AF * King alarm? Chapter 85. The corner of Zhao Qianjuan's mouth twitched. Why are you killing the star demons so late at night, Sir Jiang? Jiang Changkong said calmly. I'm bored, so I came out to lighten the burden on Rivertown and earn some star stones to repay the school. I see. Why don't you come to my tent? We can discuss how to kill more star demon. Zhao Qianjun smiled. No need. I've killed enough with this method, Jiang Changkong said. Zhao Qianjun frowned slightly. I'm sorry about what happened just now. We didn't know that the star demon went berserk and injured the soldiers. Sir Chu didn't know you and attacked in a moment of anger. I'm sorry. I didn't know Thousand-Man Commander Zhao would be here. Jiang Changkong said apologetically. I'm very sorry that you were involved. I'll continue the operation tomorrow. Please be prepared, Thousand-Man Commander Zhao. Ignorance is not a crime. We didn't expect Sir Jiang to be here either. Zhao Qianjun smiled. Since we've spoken, I'll stop too. I'll be taking my leave. Jiang Changkong cupped his hands and said his goodbyes. Then, he left in a flash. Looking at the direction Jiang Changkong left in, the two of them had extremely ugly expressions on their faces. Taiji fist. Good move. My palm strike didn't kill him. He only spat out some blood, Sir Chu said coldly. Jiang Changkong's strong point is his defense. He's like a turtle. With Taiji fist and iron skin, even a star demon of the same level can't break his defense. Zhao Qianjuan's expression was ugly. I just didn't expect that kid's phone to ring because of his alarm. Sir Chu's expression was also ugly. They had all thought that someone had called. But as long as Jiang Changkong answered the call, they wouldn't dare to kill him again. Unless they wanted to go against the Federation. They didn't want to live anymore. However, they didn't expect it to be an alarm. Both of them were furious. Why did the alarm have to ring at this time? What are you trying to do with an alarm in the middle of the night? A thief? No matter how strong his defense is, he won't live past tomorrow. High Official Chu snorted coldly and said, That special star demon cannot be obtained by anyone other than us. I understand. But it's not appropriate for me to attack Jiang Changkong, Zhao Qianjun said with a frown. Exalted Chu said indifferently, Leave this matter to my two subordinates, they will handle it. After the two of them finished their discussion, they did not leave. Instead, they hid at the side to check for any special star demon. However, what disappointed them was that the special star demon didn't appear after one night. Jiang Changkong was also disappointed. He also stayed nearby for a night. Could it be that the star demon ran away again? Watching the two of them leave, Jiang Changkong found a secluded place and began to rest. Jiang Changkong slept all the way until noon before he woke up. Fortunately, the star demon did not ambush him while he was asleep. Sitting up, Jiang Changkong recalled last night's event. That High Official Chu attacked him as soon as they met. Clearly, he wanted to kill him. Zhao Qianjun only stopped High Official Chu when he saw his alarm ring. It seemed that this special star demon was also very important to them. That was why they did not hesitate to kill him. Luckily, I set the alarm in advance last night. Otherwise, I would have to expose some of my strength. Jiang Changkong pondered. It was fine to expose his strength, but he could not let Zhao Qianjun feel that he could not handle it. If he scared Zhao Qianjun away, who would find the special star demon? As for High Official Chu, he was at the peak of the star ocean in the outer city. Who knew what would happen if he died in Jiang City? Jiang Changkong continued killing the star demon during the day. He had already informed Zhao Qianjun last night. Zhao Qianjun had no reason to stop him. The stench of blood filled the air. The star demon went berserk again. Zhao Qianjun and High Official Chu were furious. Aren't you tired? However, to Jiang Changkong's disappointment, there was still no special star demon. These grade 2 star stones were still useful, but the grade 1 star stones were useless. After thinking about it, he decided to keep some peak grade 1 star stones and store them in his interspatial ring. He could give them to Lu Feng or his juniors in the school. Maybe there would be a special star demon to inform him next time. After another day of killing, Jiang Chongkong left and found a place to recover his star energy. The night was dark and the surroundings were quiet. Jiang Chongkong, who was sitting cross-legged, suddenly frowned and opened his eyes. His 5 senses were sharp and he could hear 2 clear footsteps. With the handle of his saber in hand, Jiang Chongkong focused and felt the approaching footstep. The 2 of them were not weak. They were at the late stage of the star-ocean realm and were less than 100 meters away. Nothing could hide from Xiao Chen's 5 senses. The weeds were pushed aside, and 2 middle-aged men walked out at the same time. They looked at Jiang Chongkong. "Who are you?" Jiang Chongkong slowly got up and flicked his saber. One of the 2 middle-aged men had long hair, and the other had short hair. Both of them were burly. "Third brother's star concealing ring? Why is it in your hands?" The 2 middle-aged men looked at the black ring on Jiang Chongkong's left hand at the same time, and a strong murderous intent swept out. "From the Blue Cloud Hunters?" Jiang Chongkong was slightly dazed. He couldn't believe that he would run into people from the Blue Cloud Hunters here. "Kill!" The 2 of them looked at each other, and the azure sword aura created a gust of wind that uprooted the weeds around. Golden flame. Mystic saber. Jiang Chongkong's blade spun, and terrifying golden flames filled the air. His feet ignited flames, and his body moved like a phantom. Buzz. 1 slash, and the sword chi dissipated, and blood flowed. Arg! With a clang, 2 swords fell to the ground, and 2 hands fell at the same time. The top of the Star Sea realm, the 2 of them were startled. This wasn't close to the midstage of the Star Sea realm, but the peak of the Star Sea realm, and not just any peak. Given their strength, even a peak Star Sea realm cultivator wouldn't be able to cut off their hands in one move. Before they stopped screaming, the blade flashed, and another hand was sent flying. Both hands were cut off at the same time. Powerful astral power surged out of their bodies, and the 2's wounds quickly stopped bleeding. The next moment, a magnificent stream of astral power surged. Jiang Chongkong didn't use his saber anymore, and he covered the 2 with his palms. Plop! As soon as the palms fell, the astral power of the 2 immediately collapsed. Their knees went weak, and they knelt down, creating 4 deep pits on the ground. "You want to kill me with such strength?" Jiang Chongkong stared at the 2 coldly. "Why are you here?" The 2 of them trembled, and the astral power in their bodies was still struggling. But no matter what they did, Jiang Chongkong's astral power was like a mountain, suppressing them. Not saying a word. "How tough?" A golden flame appeared on Jiang Chongkong's palm. "Then let's see how long you can be tough." The golden flame fell on the 2's broken wrists, and the temperature was scorching them. Their miserable screams resounded in the night sky, making everyone's hair stand on end. The flames burned their flesh, and the excruciating pain made the 2 of them sweat profusely. Under the suppression of astral power, the 2 of them could only tremble and stay on their knees despite the excruciating pain. Even rolling on the ground became a luxury, and the aroma of meat wafted in the air. Still not talking? Flames appeared on Jiang Chongkong's palm again. "If I tell you, you can leave. You can have your hands back. They can be cured when you go back to the city." I'll talk." The long-haired young man couldn't take it anymore and cried out in pain. The short-haired middle-aged man screamed in pain. He wanted to move, but Jiang Chongkong's magnificent astral power stopped him. Jiang Chongkong waved his hand, and the flames on the long-haired man's arms disappeared. "Will you really let us go?" The long-haired man took a deep breath and looked at Jiang Chongkong with uncertainty. This Jiang's words carry enormous weight. Jiang Chongkong guaranteed. "Mr. Chu Tianxing asked us to kill you, 8th brother, you traitor!" The short-haired man gritted his teeth and yelled. He was trembling violently because of Jiang Chongkong's astral power. "Go on." A ray of Tai Chi astral power appeared on Jiang Chongkong's palm, and he stuffed it into the short-haired man's mouth. Because you killed Lu Wuhai and cut off the line of fire, and because of the special star demon, we were worried that you would ruin the plan. Chu Tianxing asked us to kill you to prevent you from ruining the plan. Chapter 86. Chu Tianxing, the fourth son of the Chu family in Gangshui Castle, was at the top of Star Ocean. The Green Cloud Demon Hunters were a team raised by the Chu family. They hunted the star demon. The Chu family was very powerful. In Jianghai province, there were Chu family members in the army of many cities. Zhao Qianjun had been planted in Jiangqing by the Chu family. As for Chu Tianxing, he didn't recognize the ring in his hand at first glance. So, the soldier that Lu Wuhai bribed was Zhao Qianjun? Jiang Chongkong asked. It wasn't a bribe at all. The Chu family told Zhao Qianjun to do it. Without the Chu family's permission, Zhao Qianjun wouldn't have protected Lu Wuhai. The long-haired middle-aged man explained. Jiang Chongkong was enlightened. I see. Then what's the special star demon? Zhao Qianjun caught it and offered it to the Chu family. Zhao Qianjun couldn't catch the special star demon. He was going to transport it to Gangshui Castle and hand it over to the Chu family. However, a star demon at the top of Star Ocean came out and broke the alloy cage that imprisoned the special star demon. In the chaos, the special star demon ran away and came to Jiangqing. Li Qiuchuan happened to see it and told him. Zhao Qianjun didn't dare to leak the information about the special star demon, but he couldn't deal with the star demon at the top of Star Ocean. He could only inform the Chu family to send someone over. So, Chu Tianxing came. Before Chu Tianxing came, he had taken action. It would be best if he could catch the special star demon. He couldn't deal with the star demon at the top of Star Ocean, but he had to catch the special star demon. He could only ask Xiao Hu and the other soldiers to delay the star demon. As for their lives, Zhao Qianjun didn't care at all. Except for his soldiers, no one knew about the star demon at the top of Star Ocean. He did the same thing. After the incident, he said that he didn't know anything and made a sacrifice. On that special star demon, Zhao Qianjun had installed tracking equipment that the military had eliminated. Those that had not been eliminated would be inspected by the army every day, and they would have to report their usage to the major for approval. Zhao Qianjun could not use them on his own. He could only use the obsolete tracking device. It could only lock onto a certain range, and was unable to accurately track the target. Jiang Chongkong nodded and withdrew his astral power. You can go now. Thank you, thank you. The long-haired middle-aged man's face lit up with joy as he repeatedly expressed his gratitude. At the same time, he glanced at the person beside him. Tight-lipped? To hell with it. I'm not a loyal dog of the Chu family. Oh. The short-haired middle-aged man trembled with excitement. Unfortunately, his mouth was blocked by astral power and he couldn't say a word. Jiang Chongkong wiped his hand, and the astral power dissipated. Can't wait to die. The short-haired middle-aged man panted heavily and hurriedly said, I want to add, he didn't finish. In any case, he had already said that if he could live, he wouldn't die just like that. Tell me about it. Jiang Chongkong smiled and returned the two broken hands to the long-haired young man. Be quick and you'll be fine. Thank you. The long-haired middle-aged man expressed his gratitude and left. The Green Cloud Demon Hunting Team has 18 members in total. They have no contact with the Chu family on the surface. They're raised by the Chu family, but they're not loyal. Usually, it's the captain who gives orders to contact the Chu family. The short-haired middle-aged man was relieved to see his companions leave. The captain is in the early stage of Stargate. He's very strong. That was also the reason why Chu Tianxing didn't recognize the ring on his hand. The third brother he killed had never been in contact with Chu Tianxing, and he didn't know that Chu Tianxing had the hidden star ring. Not loyal? The Chu family must have raised you for nothing. Jiang Chongkong sneered. The short-haired middle-aged man smiled awkwardly but didn't dare to say anything. Jiang Changkong's expression was cold. If that's all you have, you won't be able to live. What kind of people are in the Green Cloud team? We're Gangshui Castle martial artists. We're ordinary martial artists who were deceived by the Chu family. That's why we're working for them, the short-haired middle-aged man said quickly. Jiang Changkong's gaze turned cold. Do you think I'm easy to fool? Or are you saying that I can't find out anything about the Green Cloud team? The short-haired middle-aged man trembled. After a moment of silence he said, The Green Cloud team is a bunch of desperados. They're working for the Chu family because they have something on them. Desperados, Jiang Changkong muttered. With a flash of his saber, the head was sent flying. After catching the head, Jiang Changkong wrapped it in a cloth and rushed into the weed. The long-haired middle-aged man hadn't gone far yet. His 5 senses could sense the frantic footstep. He lit a fire under his feet and walked on it. In just a moment, he had already caught up. Jiang Changkong, what are you trying to do? The long-haired middle-aged man's face was filled with fear. He couldn't help but take a few steps back. Kill you. Jiang Changkong raised his saber again, and a saber light streaked across. You said you'd let me go. The head was sent flying and blood spurted into the sky. I never keep my promises to my enemies. It's just like how I don't drink when my enemies offer me a toast. Jiang Changkong muttered to himself. Even Chao Yi understood this logic. Why don't you guys understand it? Without the head, the essence, qi, and spirit are also reduced. Jiang Changkong extracted 350 points of essence, qi, and spirit from each of them. With this, his essence, qi, and spirit had already exceeded 30,000 points. After putting the 2 heads on, Jiang Changkong stood up and went to the place where he had agreed to meet with Lu Feng and Lu Feng. When he arrived at the place, the 2 had yet to arrive. Jiang Changkong wasn't in a hurry and waited patiently. About half an hour later, Lu Feng and Lu Feng carefully made their way over. Jiang Changkong stood up and looked at the 2. This way. Changkong. The 2 relaxed and said, I've put my phone away, but I can't guarantee that it will be able to record anything. Just now I was assassinated by Chu Tianxing's men. Jiang Changkong told them everything, including the Blue Cloud Hunters. Zhao Qianjun is the scourge in the military? The 2's expressions changed at the same time. Jiang Changkong said in a low voice, Yes, this is what I found out. If you want evidence, I don't have it. Without evidence, we can't take Zhao Qianjun down. Lu Feng and Lu Feng said with a dark expression. I can make evidence, but I need your help. This will be very risky, Jiang Changkong said in a low voice. The 2 were stunned and asked, How do we make evidence? When I was in Wu City, I obtained a batch of bombs, but I still don't know how to deal with them, Jiang Changkong said lightly. The 2 looked at each other, and a flash of understanding appeared on their faces. As long as the bomb appears in the tent of the 2 of them, we will continue to insist that the yellow mud that fell on the crotch of the pants is shit. Jiang Changkong nodded. That was true, but how to put the bombs in would be a problem. Moreover, how to get the other soldiers to stand on their side. Lu Feng sneered. We need your help. We will leave here tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, you will lure a group of Star Demon to block the way, and then secretly attack. As long as Zhao Qianjun feels danger, he will abandon everyone, including his bodyguard. Also, can you get us some Class 1 and Class 2 star stones to rope them in? That way we will be able to get some credit together. Zhang Yimou thought for a while and said, But Zhao Qianjun and Chu Tianxing are both very strong. How can we get rid of them? After this is done, you should stay away. I will prepare a bomb in advance to heavily injure them, and then deal with them. Jiang Changkong said. Looks like Changkong has a lot of bombs. The 2 smiled in relief. That's settled. I want the Star Demon tracker on Zhao Qianjun, Jiang Changkong said. We promise that no one will leak the Star Demon. Now our brothers are worried that they will be the next ones to die. Lu Feng smiled. It was good enough that they could survive, and they could also get some credit. Why would they leak the information about the special star demon? As for the Chu family looking for trouble after this, they wouldn't be able to find them. Moreover, it was the incompetence of the captain of Jiang City that the Federation didn't look for trouble with the Chu family. Jiang Chongkong touched the ring on his left hand. He didn't know how to deal with this batch of bombs, but it was useful now. Now it was time to give Chu Tianxing a big gift. These two heads were suitable. Chapter 87. In Zhao Qianjuan's tent, the two sat opposite each other and drank. Putting down his cup, Chu Tianxing frowned slightly. I don't know why, but I feel uneasy. What's there to be uneasy about, young master? Jiang Chongkong is dead for sure. No one will see the special star demon. No one will know about our relationship. Zhao Qianjun smiled. The special star demon was equipped with a tracking device and a mark. Once people knew that he had offered it to the Chu family, his identity would be exposed. Coupled with the recent incident with the firearms, if someone investigated further, he might be exposed. By then, not only him, but the Chu family would also be in big trouble. Chu Tianxing pondered for a moment. Feeling that his arrangements were foolproof, he relaxed. Chiliarch, High Official Chu, High Official Jiang would like to see you. A guard walked in and said respectfully. High Official Jiang? The two froze. Zhao Qianjuan's mouth twitched. Jiang Chongkong. Wasn't he supposed to be dead? Why was he here? The guard lowered his head and said nothing. He just stood there respectfully. Let's go take a look. Chu Tianxing stood up and walked out of the tent. Zhao Qianjun hurriedly followed. If Jiang Chongkong was not dead, why was he here? He had invited him last night, but he had refused. As soon as the two walked out of the tent, two heads rolled over and stopped at their feet. Seeing the two heads, their expressions changed drastically. These were the two men they had sent out. Jiang Chongkong stood straight and smiled. Chiliarch, High Official Chu, this is a small token of my appreciation. Chu Tianxing was furious. He was just about to speak when Zhao Qianjun stopped him. High Official Jiang, what do you mean by this? I was resting tonight. These two came and attacked me in the middle of the night. Jiang Chongkong's expression was cold. Speaking of which, it's quite a coincidence. These two are quite unlucky. A galactic pinnacle star demon actually appeared here. It's the star demon at the pinnacle of the Sea of Stars. How unlucky of them to have encountered such a strange thing. The two. Galaxy Summit Star Demon? How could he be hit by these two fellows? Didn't he leave the vicinity? Could it be that the star demon at the pinnacle of Star Ocean was not with the special star demon? However, it was also possible that Jiang Chongkong was using his blood qi to attract the star demon. It was normal to attract the star demon at the peak of Star Ocean. It could only be said that these two guys were really unlucky. Assassinating a military consecrator is a serious crime. Jiang Chongkong sneered. That's why I chopped off their heads and gave them to Chiliarch Zhao so that he could earn some merit. Zhao Qianjun. Chu Tianxing. Why the F***ck would I earn any merit? He was one of us in the first place. Fury burned in the bottom of his heart. Chu Tianxing was overflowing with killing intent, but he didn't dare to make a move. If he killed Jiang Chongkong, he would have to kill everyone here in order to prevent any news from spreading. If he couldn't kill Jiang Chongkong in one move, if he spread the news, it wouldn't be able to hide it either. He had sent people to kill Jiang Chongkong to clear his name. But now, the people he had sent had been killed instead. What? You don't want the merit? Jiang Chongkong asked in surprise. Zhao Qianjuan's anger was gathering in his chest, but he could only suppress it. Why would I? No one would refuse to take credit for something like this. Then give me the star stones, Jiang Chongkong said as he stretched out his hand. Zhao Qianjun was stunned. Give him the star stones? What star stones? Jiang Chongkong's expression was calm. I'm giving you the merit. You should at least give me something in return. Third-grade star stones are nothing. Zhao Qianjun really wanted to hack him to death. You killed our people, and I still have to give you the King star stones as a reward? What kind of logic was this? It seems like Chiliarch Zhao isn't sincere. I'll go look for Chiliarch Qing. He's definitely willing to make a deal. Jiang Chongkong said calmly. As he spoke, his star power surged and swept toward the two heads. Chiliarch Qing is busy, so I won't bother him. Here are 10 pieces of third-grade star stones. Without waiting for Zhao Qianjuan's reply, Chu Tianxing waved his hand. 10 star stones appeared and flew toward Jiang Chongkong. Many thanks. Jiang Chongkong didn't think it was too little. He took the 10 star stones, turned around, and left. If there's business in the future, I'll look for you again. It was enough to annoy them once. 10 pieces of third-grade star stones and 1,000 points of essence, qi, and spirit were not bad. As soon as he left, the two of them couldn't suppress their anger anymore. Damn it, Zhao Qianjun said, gnashing his teeth. I'll find a chance to kill him myself, Chu Tianxing said angrily. Zhao Qianjun frowned and said, We'll leave tomorrow. The special star demon has already left. You guys leave first tomorrow. I'll kill him from behind. Whether he knows about the special star demon or not, he must die. Chu Tianxing said coldly. The bodyguards at the side kept quiet out of fear. Their bodies were stiff, and they didn't dare to move for fear that their anger would implicate them. Jiang Chongkong withdrew his essence, qi, and spirit and threw away the star stones. It's time to lure the star demon. Jiang Chongkong left in a flash. Lu Feng had already informed him of the direction in which they were heading. The special star demon was also there. When everything was settled tomorrow, he would kill these two guys and then capture the special star demon. As for that Chu Tianxing, he should also have something like the star concealment ring. 10 star stones had flown out of nowhere. But he didn't have a ring on his hand. Could it be something else? While thinking, Jiang Chongkong hurried on his way. On the way, he met the star demon and killed it directly, but the wound was blocked with astral power. He didn't have much astral power, but it could last for a few hours. At dawn, the blood would flow out automatically. As long as Zhao Qianjun didn't deliberately check, he wouldn't find anything wrong. By the time they smelled the blood, it was already too late. Although it was troublesome, it only consumed some astral power. And what he didn't lack was astral power. After the star demon fell, Jiang Chongkong thought for a moment and put the star demon in position. Every star demon blocked the wound with astral power. In less than 2 hours, Jiang Chongkong's astral power had been depleted by half. He thought for a while and felt that it was enough, so he started to kill the star demon. The star demon needed more astral power to block the wound to prevent the blood from escaping. He piled up the star demon one by one, forming a pile of corpses. After that, Jiang Chongkong sat with his legs crossed, recovered his astral power, and waited for Zhao Qianjun to join the battle. As time went by, the first ray of sunlight broke through the darkness. Zhao Qianjun left with his team and went in the direction where Jiang Chongkong was. They didn't pay much attention to their surroundings. Only the Star Ocean Demon at the peak of the Star Ocean stage could pose a threat to them. But they had the Essence Martial Compass, which was of a higher level. If they found it, they could retreat in advance. Half an hour later, Zhao Qianjun suddenly stopped and raised his hand. Stop! Captain, have we reached our destination? The soldier asked in a low voice. No, why is there blood here? Zhao Qianjun frowned. Blood? The soldier was startled. Captain, this is the Star Barren Grassland. Death can happen at any time. Isn't it normal to have some blood? Zhao Qianjun thought for a moment and felt that the soldier was right. It would be abnormal if there was no blood. The group continued on their way. Soon, everyone's expressions changed. The blood was getting thicker and thicker. The sky around them was dyed red. Something's wrong. Someone is wantonly killing. Jiang Chongkong. Zhao Qianjun immediately thought of Jiang Changkong. Only he would do something like this. We've entered Jiang Changkong's territory? The soldiers were stunned. They knew what Jiang Changkong did. He liked to use blood to attract the star demon and kill to his heart's content. But weren't they at the original place? When did they move to this place? Furthermore, this blood aura was coming from all directions. Did he kill all of them from all directions? Rumble. While they were thinking, the earth shook. The star demon roared in all directions, the grass fell, and the weather changed. F***ck, everyone was shocked. Was there something wrong with his brain? Killing the star demon everywhere? Chapter 88. He used his astral power to block the wound. Even if there was still blood, it wasn't much. As time passed, the astral power dissipated. The blood was no longer suppressed and erupted. After a night of killing, the blood attracted the attention of the nearby star demon. Countless star demon gnawed on the star demon's corpse. After eating the star demon's corpse, Jiang Changkong purposely led some of the star demon to charge at Zhao Qianjun and the others. Seeing this group of soldiers, the star demon went crazy and charged at them. Kill, break out! Zhao Qianjun roared and swept his spear. The spear aura pierced through the air, and the star demon in front of him exploded. Get into formation and kill. The soldiers' expressions were solemn. They didn't dare to be careless and killed the star demon. Jiang Changkong hid among the star demon group and watched them fight. They were divided into 3 groups. Zhao Qianjun was alone, 5 of his bodyguards, and 13 ordinary soldiers. The 5 bodyguards stayed close to Zhao Qianjun, while the 13 ordinary soldiers didn't care about their lives. Today, you will be betrayed by everyone. Jiang Changkong looked at everything coldly. The ordinary soldiers didn't know about Zhao Qianjun, but the bodyguards definitely knew. As long as the bodyguards changed sides, the evidence would be solid. With the evidence, he could openly kill the 2 of them. Huh? I don't see Chu Tianxing? A strange look flashed across Jiang Changkong's eyes. Chu Tianxing wasn't here. Where did he go? Could it be that he went to catch the special star demon himself? But it didn't matter. The obsolete military equipment could only determine a certain range. Chu Tianxing couldn't pinpoint the exact location. Chu Tianxing wasn't here, so it was more convenient for him. He picked up a piece of star demon skin. It was peeled last night. The claws and head were still there. Although it smelled bad, it was enough to hide his identity. After putting on the star demon's skin, Jiang Changkong confirmed that there were no problems. He covered his body with star power and controlled the star demon's legs and claws. He no longer hid his aura, and a powerful shockwave spread out, knocking the surrounding star demon to the ground. Star Sea Summit. 1,000-man commander, there's a Star Sea Summit nearby. The origin martial compass on the waist of a guard trembled violently as he cried out. The peak of the Sea of Stars. Chu Tianxing had gone to kill Jiang Changkong, and would not be back for the time being. Could it really be the star demon at the pinnacle of Star Ocean? Roar. A roar rang out as a ball of golden astral energy converged. Sharp claws tore through the air and enveloped Zhao Qianjun. Golden astral power and bronze skin and iron bones. Even if he only used his astral power, it would be enough to beat Zhao Qianjun. Zhao Qianjun was terrified. He gathered all his astral powers on his spear and faced the claws head-on. Boom! Poochie! The claws fell, and the golden astral powers bombarded the spear. Zhao Qianjun spat out a mouthful of blood and was sent flying. "Protect the 1,000-man commander!" the 5 guards shouted. They forced the star demon to retreat and stood in front of Zhao Qianjun to protect him. Roar! The star demon roared again as it closed in. Golden astral powers shone on its claws. The terrifying golden astral powers were so strong that they had reached the limit of the Star Sea realm. It was enough to destroy any expert in the Star Sea realm. The 5 guards would not be able to stop it. The fear on Zhao Qianjun's face intensified. Since he had lost his spear, He had no more hope. He made up his mind and gathered a ball of astral powers, which enveloped the 5 guards. The 5 guards were bombarded, and they pounced toward the star demon's claws, charging toward the terrifying astral powers. "I'll go get reinforcements. You guys block it." Zhao Qianjun leaped and disappeared among the group of star demon. "1,000-man commander, you!" The 5 guards were enraged. "You can run if you want, but why do you have to push us to our deaths?" The golden astral powers fell and enveloped the 5 guards. They had despair on their faces, and could only wait for death to come. However, the next moment the 5 of them were stunned. The astral powers only swept them away. They did not hurt them. The star demon, on the other hand, quickly chased after the escaping Zhao Qianjun. What's going on? The 5 guards were still confused. Why was it not killing them? Did the star demon change its nature? Brothers, don't just stand there. The situation is critical. Lu Feng pushed the star demon back and shouted. The 5 guards came to their senses and hurriedly blocked the charging star demon. As for Zhao Qianjun, he had already disappeared. They could not catch up to him even if they wanted to protect him. Moreover, they were not in the mood to protect Zhao Qianjun anymore. Jiang Chongkong chased after Zhao Qianjun and disappeared among the group of star demon. He watched Zhao Qianjun leave. It was time to save Lu Feng and the others. With so many star demons surrounding them, Lu Feng and the others could not resist at all. They were already in danger. Jiang Chongkong took off the beast hide and took out a long saber. He changed his direction and went to save them. The star demon had already surrounded them. Its sharp claws and astral powers vibrated. The guards kept shrinking their defensive circle. Some of the guards were already wounded. Their arms were torn open and blood flowed out. Lu Feng and the others gritted their teeth and defended. Because they were too close to the star demon, they had already given up on spears and switched to swords. Golden Flame Mystic Saber. Jiang Chongkong jumped and landed beside Lu Feng and the others. The terrifying golden flames condensed into a saber aura and split into thousands of pieces. Boom! The golden flame saber aura landed and the star demon were cut in half. Blood flowed out and the fragrance of meat wafted out. Consecrated Jiang Chongkong? The guards were overjoyed and looked at him excitedly. "Everyone, don't worry. Gather together." Jiang Chongkong waved his hand and saber aura swept out, sweeping away all the star demon near the guards. The 2 groups of guards gathered and looked around worriedly. "Consecrated Jiang, there are so many star demon. What should we do?" "I will bring you guys out. You don't need to do anything. Just follow me." Jiang Chongkong smiled calmly and raised his left hand. A Tai Chi diagram appeared and expanded rapidly, protecting everyone. Jiang Chongkong chose the direction they came from. He held the saber in his right hand and swallowed the star demon. Roar! The star demon attacked from behind. Everyone's heart skipped a beat. Just as they were about to attack, the Tai Chi diagram shook and the star demon was forced back. What a powerful Tai Chi diagram! The guards were overjoyed and no longer worried. "It was my fault this time. I killed the star demon here and implicated all of you," Jiang Chongkong said with a sincere expression. Before the others could speak, Lu Feng said, "No one knew about this. How can we blame you?" Zhang Mo said, "Speaking of which, we barged into the place where you killed the star demon. How can we blame you?" "That's right. You can't blame consecrated Jiang." Some people were still angry at first, but after hearing what the 2 said, they immediately changed their words. Even if they were angry, they did not dare to show it. "There's one thing I didn't expect. Zhao Qianjun would even send his own guards to their deaths." Lu Feng changed the topic and said coldly, "Last time, it was Xiao Hu and the others. This time, it's his guards. What else can't he abandon?" The 5 guards opened their mouths but did not know how to refute. They could not refute it either. This was the truth. The other ordinary soldiers all looked angry. They still remembered what happened last time. Jiang Chongkong asked curiously, "What's going on? 1,000-man commander Zhao actually sent you to your deaths?" "This is what happened." Lu Feng said everything without missing a word. Jiang Chongkong was furious when he heard this. How can someone with such a character become a chiliarch? As a superior, he has the responsibility to protect his subordinate. How could he send his subordinates to their deaths? Consecrated Jiang. The soldiers were moved, but they sighed helplessly. But he's a chiliarch, and we're just ordinary soldiers. What can we do? The 5 bodyguards looked desolate, and their eyes were filled with anger. Jiang Chongkong continued, "Although Zhao Qianjun is at fault, it's not a big one. Even if I want to help you, I'm not in a position to interfere. Chongkong, we're familiar with you. If you don't help us, we'll definitely die next time," Lu Feng said anxiously. Zhang Mo was also anxious. "That's right. If we don't help, we'll be dead for sure if Zhao Qianjun sends us to our deaths next time." The 5 guards trembled slightly. They could not help but say, "Please help us, consecrated Jiang." Success. Jiang Chongkong was overjoyed. The next step was to create evidence, kill the 2 guards, and obtain the tracking device. Chapter 89. With Tai Chi protecting everyone, the Star Demon couldn't get any closer. Jiang Chongkong moved forward with his saber in hand. As his saber energy swept out, the Star Demon died quickly. He led them out of the Star Demon's encirclement. Along the way, he picked out some star stones and threw them to the soldiers. He didn't care about these star stones, but they were good stuff for the soldiers. How many star stones does revered Elder Jiang earn in a day? Some bodyguards looked at the star stones with unspeakable envy. "You won't care about them when you reach the Star Ocean." Jiang Chongkong chuckled. Most of these were Grade 1 star stones with pitifully weak astral power. In less than half an hour, they killed their way out of the Star Demon group. After leaving the Star Demon group, Jiang Chongkong said apologetically, "This place should be safe now. I apologize to you again." "Jiang Chongkong, there's no need for that," Lu Feng said hurriedly. Lu Feng quickly said, "Next, I hope that revered Elder Jiang can make a move and protect our lives. Yes, Zhao Qianjun is a scum. We got out of danger this time, but next time we might be betrayed again," another soldier said. "I heard from Zhao Qianjun and Chu Tianxing that they want to kill Jiang Chongkong," another soldier said. "Jiang Chongkong, Chu Tianxing isn't here this time because he's looking for you. He wants to kill you." Jiang Chongkong's face turned cold. "Why? He wants to kill me for no reason?" The 2 people who tried to assassinate Jiang Chongkong were sent by Chu Tianxing. They don't want Jiang Chongkong to know about the special Star Demon. The soldier explained, this special Star Demon was captured by Zhao Qianjun and presented to the Chu family. Through the soldier's explanation, the soldiers learned the whole story. They captured the special Star Demon and presented it to the Chu family. However, they didn't expect that the Star Demon at the peak of the Star Ocean would appear and ruin everything. "The Chu family is powerful," one of the bodyguards looked worried, but before he could finish, he was interrupted by the bodyguard. "The Chu family is indeed powerful, but they want us dead now. Why would they care about offending them?" Lu Feng spoke at the right time. "Actually, I also received news that the high-ranking military official that Lu Wuhai bribed in the firearms case was Zhao Qianjun." "What? It's Zhao Qianjun?" All the soldiers present paled. "The 2 people who tried to assassinate me were from the Blue Cloud Hunters, arms dealers," Jiang Chongkong said calmly. "It's a pity that there's no evidence." Lu Feng shook his head and sighed. "I know a little about this matter. All the evidence has been destroyed." A guard hesitated for a moment before saying, "When Lu Wuhai was captured, Zhao Qianjun burned all the letters and contracts. You know about it?" Jiang Chongkong was slightly surprised. "I only know some bits and pieces of information. It's not enough to form evidence," the soldier said. Lu Feng and Zhang Mo were silent. They glanced at an ordinary soldier. The soldier understood and said in a low voice, "What if we create evidence?" Create evidence? All the soldiers were stunned. Lu Feng went to Wu City and picked up a batch of bombs. He was transferred here before he could report it, the soldier said. Lu Feng slapped his forehead. There's a batch, but I forgot about it. Jiang Changkong's mouth twitched. His acting was very convincing. Zhang Yimou said happily, "If that's the case, we just need to put the bombs in Zhao Qianjuan's tent and we can take pictures of it. We'll have evidence." "Yeah, we'll have evidence then." The other soldiers were overjoyed. "That's not enough. If we can get Zhao Qianjuan's seal and write a contract, it'll be perfect," a soldier said in a deep voice. "How can Zhao Qianjun write a contract?" Everyone frowned. "My name is Li Feng. I can write many of Zhao Qianjuan's letters. It won't be a problem for me to imitate his notes," the soldier sneered. "All right, that batch of bombs is very powerful. I'll give some of them to Changkong. Once we have the evidence, we can take them down," Lu Feng said. Jiang Changkong nodded. "Sure, I can take them down if they're seriously injured." "That's settled then." The soldiers looked at each other and discussed for a while. Jiang Changkong watched them leave. He then went to the place Lu Feng told him to pick up the bombs. He didn't actually have any bombs. He just needed to find a place to rest. He had left the bombs for Lu Feng. He still had some with him, and he would give them to them later. It wouldn't be a loss if he could take down a captain with the bombs. He sat down with his legs crossed and replenished his astral powers, waiting for the right time. Jiang Changkong wasn't worried about the safety of those soldiers. Things would be much easier if Zhao Qianjun dared to kill them. Late at night, Jiang Changkong's phone rang. It was a message from one of his soldiers. It was a success. Jiang Changkong didn't stop and went straight to Zhao Qianjuan's tent. The soldiers had already retreated from the bushes, leaving only a lone tent. Jiang Changkong arrived quietly, and he could hear voices coming from inside. "Why are there astral bombs here? There's no logo. It's not from the military. Is it a private product? Could it be that they hid some of it before? It's possible. Lu Wuhai might have kept some for himself. But why would he be here?" A voice was suddenly heard. "It's a nice night. Don't you feel bored hiding inside? Who's there?" The two of them rushed out of the tent at the same time, and their expressions immediately changed. "Jiang Changkong? Lu Wuhai is colluding with you, Zhao Qianjun." Jiang Changkong sneered. "Mr. Chu, I didn't expect you to be a member of the Blue Cloud Hunters. I couldn't find you." "You're asking for it," Chu Tianxing bellowed. His long sword pierced through the air, filling the air with water vapor. "Kill." Zhao Qianjun didn't hesitate to grab his spear. At this time, he couldn't care about anything else. He had to kill Jiang Changkong. Even if he could get the news out, he had to kill him. "Great. Let me see what a genius from the provincial capital is like." Jiang Changkong's sword was engulfed in golden flames. The astral power in his body surged and gathered in his sword. Boom! 60% of his astral power was converted into raging fire astral power. The golden flames sword slashed down with dazzling flames. Bang! Blood splattered everywhere as Chu Tianxing was sent flying. He stared at him in horror. "How could this be? How could you be so strong?" Buzz! The Tai Chi diagram trembled when the spear arrived, but it couldn't move an inch. Zhao Qianjun was shocked. His full-powered attack couldn't even break the Tai Chi diagram? Was this the mid-stage of the Star Sea realm? "Goodbye." Jiang Changkong sneered and abandoned his sword. Astral power gathered in his palms, but it was pure astral power. The powerful astral power formed a golden ball that was compressed and condensed. "Run!" The two's expressions changed at the same time. The astral power in the ball was so terrifying that even the peak of the Star Sea realm couldn't withstand a single blow. Once they were hit, there would only be one outcome. Not even their bones would be left. Jiang Chongkong flipped his hand and threw the astral power ball away. Rumble! There was an earth-shattering explosion. The astral power surged in all directions and the tent was immediately reduced to ashes. The golden light shone through the night. Under the impact, the two spat out blood and were sent flying like broken sandbags. The weeds were reduced to dust and the soil was sent flying. It's like a bomb has gone off. Jiang Chongkong looked at the damage he had caused with satisfaction. Bombs were too troublesome. His astral power was the best. Jiang Chongkong, you've hidden yourself well. Chu Tianxing's hair was disheveled and he was covered in blood. He struggled to get up. Zhao Qianjun was lying there, barely breathing. I've underestimated you. You can still stand up. Jiang Chongkong was a bit surprised, but he didn't care. But you're still going to die today. Chu Tianxing's expression was ferocious. A few golden balls appeared in his hands and he threw them at Jiang Chongkong. Die, astral power bomb. Jiang Chongkong's expression turned serious. He activated the Tai Chi protection and the bronze skin and iron bones. Boom boom. The golden ball fell on the ground and rolled a few times. Then, there was no more movement. Jiang Chongkong, are you trying to scare me? Chu Tianxing was dumbfounded. Was the bomb broken? Chapter 90. It was an empty ball with no astral power at all. Chu Tianxing didn't believe it. He threw a few more at him, but they were all broken. Something's wrong. Chu Tianxing's face darkened. Another bomb appeared in his hand and he threw it out. Boom. The bomb exploded, but it didn't even break through Jiang Chongkong's Tai Chi painting. Li Feng, how dare you lie to me? Chu Tianxing roared, but as far as the eye could see, it was a complete mess. There was not a single person to be seen. A genius from the provincial capital? That's a bit exaggerated. Jiang Chongkong raised his hand and astral power gathered. A golden aura enveloped Chu Tianxing. Jiang Chongkong, I'm the son of the Chu family. I'm the weakest of the 4 Chu family brothers. Chu Tianxing stepped back with a ferocious look on his face. If you kill me, my 3 brothers won't let you go. Puff, blood dyed the night sky red and sprinkled on the ground. Chu Tianxing flew a few meters away, his body twitching, but he couldn't get up anymore. Seeing Chu Tianxing's lifeless body dissipating, Jiang Chongkong squatted down and searched. There was a jade pendant carved with a dragon pattern. It was infused with astral power and dazzling starlight. 10 cubic meters, a small pile of star stones and a few bottles of medicine appeared in his mind. Compared to the star concealing ring, this jade pendant could also hide astral power fluctuations, but it had a larger space. They were all 3rd grade. Jiang Chongkong was overjoyed. He didn't expect to find such an unexpected gain. 100 pieces of 3rd grade inferior grade, 20 pieces of medium grade and 3 pieces of superior grade. How can you call yourself a young master? Jiang Chongkong curled his lips and extracted 34,900 pieces of essence, energy and spirit. Not bad. Essence, energy and spirit. 65831. 7. He looked at Zhao Qianjun, who was still alive. Jiang Chongkong killed him and dragged the 2 bodies to find Lu Feng and the others. Lu Feng and the others were waiting for him at the rendezvous point. The group of people were extremely worried that he would not be able to handle the 2 of them. If Jiang Chongkong failed and they ran away, they would definitely anger Zhao Qianjun and Chu Tianxing. Everyone, sorry for the long wait. Jiang Chongkong dragged the 2 of them over. Chongkong. The group of people was overjoyed. They quickly gathered around and looked at the 2 corpses. Are they dead? Yes, he's dead, Jiang Chongkong said. The rest is up to you. Li Feng searched Zhao Qianjuan's body and found a palm-sized device that looked like a mobile phone. There was a red dot on it. Handing the device to Jiang Chongkong, Li Feng said, "This is the device used to track the special star demon." "Thank you." Jiang Chongkong accepted the instrument and said, "Do you need my help next? Centurion Cheng will definitely contact you." At that time, you can tell him the truth that we begged you to help us. Li Feng said, the bomb you used is the one we stole from Zhao Qianjun. Okay, Jiang Changkong agreed. Then, Jiang Changkong, you can go about your own business. Leave the rest to us. Li Feng smiled. Then, goodbye. Jiang Changkong cupped his fist. Goodbye. The soldiers smiled and sent him off. Jiang Changkong left with the device to track the special star demon. The device could only track the special star demon. It could not determine the specific location within a radius of 1,000 meters. A radius of 1,000 meters was not a problem. He followed the red dot and killed the star demon along the way. After the soldiers were done with their work, they would return to the city. He would not affect them when he killed the star demon. When he arrived at the special star demon's location, it was already late at night. He killed the star demon directly and used his blood energy to attract the star demon. After a night of killing, there was still no sign of the special star demon. Jiang Changkong was not discouraged. Now that he had the range, if one time was not enough, he would do it a few more times. The next morning, Jiang Changkong took out the device and the special star demon's location changed again. Jiang Changkong chased after it and killed again. His essence, qi, and spirit increased slowly, but he was not in a hurry. The combination of the traceless 3 strikes and the fire blade was perfect. The fire hidden in the traceless 3 strikes was still silent and did not give off any aura. When night fell, the special star demon's location changed again. Could it be that the star demon is also on his way? Jiang Changkong mumbled and continued to chase. This was not impossible. The special star demon had escaped from the depths. It was very likely that it was rushing back. Just like that, he chased after and killed the star demon. On the 5th day, Jiang Changkong finally attracted the special star demon. At the same time, there was a peak star demon. Roar. Among the hundreds of star demons, a star demon at the peak of the star sea roared. Beside him, there was a peak star chi star demon with a collar on its nose. The star demon roared and pounced over without any hesitation. The star power surged and its sharp claws tore through the air, causing a deafening explosion. Traceless. Jiang Changkong's blade left no trace, and the fire was hidden deep. The edge of the blade was silent, and the momentum of the blade was silent as it collided with the star power. Ding! The long blade easily cut through the star power and landed on the sharp claws, making a crisp sound. Boom! A golden flame burned. The sharp claws of the peak star demon emitted the smell of burnt meat. Roar! The star demon roared in pain. Its star power surged, trying to extinguish the flame. Jiang Changkong raised his blade again and slashed at the neck of the star demon. The golden flame rose again and burned its neck. Roar! The special star demon roared. Fear flashed in its eyes and it turned around to run. Jiang Changkong directly extracted the essence, spirit, and spirit of the star demon. He stepped on fire and his Tai Chi armor rose. He directly pushed back the surrounding star demon and chased after it. Chi! The blade flashed and the head of the special star demon flew. Blood flowed like a fountain. It's finally done. Jiang Changkong dug out the special star stone and held it in his hand. He was stunned. Jiang Changkong, Peak Star Ocean Low-Level Upper Grade Martial Arts, Bronze Skin Metal Bone Art, Perfect 128000/128000 Tai Chi Scripture, Perfect 128000/128000 Traceless 3 Blades, Perfect 1/128000 Fiery Technique, Perfect 1/128000 Low-Level Martial Arts, Object Manipulation, Beginner 0 out of 500 Essence, Spirit and Spirit, 69628. 7 Object Manipulation? Did I open it the wrong way? This is immortal cultivation, right? There is object manipulation in the world of martial arts? How about I stop selling it? Jiang Changkong hesitated. Learning one more martial art required more essence, spirit, and spirit. But who could resist such a martial art? How many years of martial arts could it be compared to a book of immortal cultivation? Gritting his teeth, Jiang Chongkong directly clicked, upgrade. A cool air flowed into his body from the star stone. Cracks appeared on the special star stone, and it eventually turned into countless pieces. It wasn't a complicated route. It circulated in his body, and there was some information. This isn't the art of immortal cultivation. In other words, it was an auxiliary martial art. But that wasn't right either. The object manipulation was to use qi to manipulate objects and star power to move everything in the world. Li Qiuchuan and the others were thrown away by the object manipulation. In theory, if the object manipulation was powerful enough, it could move any object and achieve amazing lethality. The downside was that it was useless against people of the same level. He could barely throw them away, and it would be difficult for him to move those who were stronger than him. However, this didn't limit him. He had a huge amount of star power. Moreover, the biggest enhancement was the use of swords. Using qi to manipulate swords. The greatest use of the object manipulation is the auxiliary function. It's the use of qi to control weapons, swords, and sabers. Jiang Chongkong pondered. Although he couldn't fly on his saber, he could still further improve his strength. Without hesitation, he directly upgraded the object manipulation to the perfect midgrade. Another stream of star power was added to the star ocean. It was as colorless as the 3 traceless strikes and was hard to see with the naked eye. Sword manipulation. Jiang Chongkong stood with his hands behind his back and the object manipulation combined with the 3 traceless strike. The long saber flew up automatically and flew according to his thoughts, slashing at the star demon. Whoosh! However, the object manipulation was only at the perfect midgrade and it couldn't be perfectly coordinated with the 3 traceless strike. Chapter 91. The blade moved up and down and the star demon died one by one. Jiang Chongkong extracted the second-level ones and couldn't extract the first-level ones either. They were completely useless. Since so many star demon had been attracted, he had to kill them. Although the object manipulation wasn't perfect with the 3 traceless strikes, it was still faster to kill the star demon. As he practiced, he realized that the object manipulation was useful, but it also had its limit. Because he hadn't improved enough, it was fine when he used the 3 traceless strikes with abundant astral power. Once he used too much astral power, he wouldn't be able to control the 3 traceless strikes and he would be injured when he killed. However, for the current him, it was enough. He wouldn't need to use his hands anymore. He could control the blade with astral power. It was another day of killing. Jiang Chongkong didn't stop until the evening. It wasn't that he ran out of star demon, but that there were too many of them and he was too lazy to kill them. His essence, energy and spirit increased a bit. Jiang Chongkong, Star Ocean Summit Low Rank Advanced Martial Arts, Bronze Skin Metal Bone Art, 128000/1280000 Tai Chi Scripture, 128000/1280000 3 Traceless Strikes, Perfect 1/1280000 Fiery Art, Perfect 1/1280000 Low Rank Middle Rank Martial Arts, Object Manipulation, Perfect 1/64,000 Essence, Energy and Spirit, 5103. 7 Jiang Chongkong panted and found a place to sit down. He was about to take a break when he heard footsteps and faint voices. There were about 300 meters away and a dozen people. His 5 senses told him that they were heading in his direction. Are they Lu Feng? Perplexed, Jiang Chongkong stood up and waited for the group to arrive. 300 meters was a short distance. In a few seconds, the weeds moved and a dozen people appeared in front of him, pushing a handcart. Jiang Chongkong. A white-haired man walked out of the crowd and looked at him in surprise. Why are you here? It's Liangzhe, Boss Liang. I'm heading out of the city to kill the star demon. Jiang Chongkong smiled as he walked over. Don't call me Boss Liang. I'm just leading a team to hunt down the star demon. If you think highly of me, just call me Big Brother. Liang Zhe smiled. All right, Brother Liang. Jiang Chongkong didn't stand on ceremony. He couldn't help but look at the handcart, which was covered with cloth and tied tightly with rope. Then, he asked curiously, Where are you going? Why are you traveling so late at night? Go look for Chiliarchching. There are some people in the army who want to eat something good. They're sick of eating star demon meat every day. As Liang Zhe spoke, he could not hide the smile on his face. In the past, there was still He Long who fought with him for it, and there was also his relationship with Zhao Qianjun. If the army needed anything, it would never be his turn. Now that He Long was dead, he was the only member of the demon hunting team left. If the army needed anything, they would naturally look for him first. Moreover, all of them were considered to be on the same side in this division of property. Jiang Chongkong expressed his understanding. The army was stationed outside all year round. Apart from the star demon, there were only weeds on the star-desolate prairie. Ordinary soldiers could tolerate it, but the officers couldn't. Congratulations, Brother Liang. You've made a lot this time, Jiang Chongkong said with a smile. Those officers didn't lack money, so they would definitely give a good price. The two chatted for a while, and Liang Zhe introduced him to the others. These people were all from Liang Zhe's team. His son, Liang Fei, was also there. He was in the early phase of the Starry Sea realm, 30 years old. Brother, the strength of the star demon around here is average. Why don't we go to the army together? Liang Zhe said in a low voice, With your strength, it shouldn't be a problem to get some third-grade star stones. Jiang Chongkong thought for a while. That's what I was thinking. Second-grade and second-grade star stones were not very useful. The army was usually in the depths, where there were many star demon. Since he needed energy, he naturally had to go to the depth. He would just treat it as a seclusion for a while. After agreeing, the group traveled together. Liang Zhe was very enthusiastic. They could be considered as a benefit group. Moreover, with an expert like Jiang Chongkong around, it would be much easier. Jiang Chongkong followed Liang Zhe and the others to the depths of the star-desolate prairie. Along the way, they didn't encounter any powerful star demon. Occasionally, they encountered a small star demon team, but they were only first-grade and second-grade. Jiang Chongkong threw all the first-grade star stones to them. He was too lazy to keep them. Although he had 2 spatial equipment, it was not convenient to take them out now. He didn't care about these star stones, so he planned to keep them for other things, such as third-grade star stones. After traveling for 2 days, the group finally arrived at the army's encampment at noon. The walls were made of huge stones, and they were at least 3 meters tall. Inside the walls were rows of stone houses. Jiang Chongkong observed carefully. There were star power fluctuations on the walls and the stone houses. The defense here was very strong. He wasn't confident that he could break it. Qing Huai was still killing the star demon. The captain wasn't there either. Only a centurion received them. Jiang Gongfeng, Captain Liang. The centurion smiled and stepped forward. There were green vegetables and some wooden buckets on the black cloth. The buckets were filled with fish and water. They were all alive. Thank you, Centurion Zhang, Liang Zhe said politely. Not at all. Chiliarchching wanted to come personally, but he was busy, so I had to do it. Centurion Zhang smiled. Please, come in. I've already prepared a banquet. Centurion Zhang, after you, Liang Zhe said hurriedly. Jiang Gongfeng, is there anything you want to eat? I'll add more food, Centurion Zhang said. Centurion Zhang, you don't have to be so polite. Anything is fine. I want to kill some star demon as soon as possible, Jiang Chongkong said. Do you want to bring a team of soldiers? Or come with us? Centurion Zhang asked. No need. I'm used to being alone. Jiang Chongkong shook his head. He could only display his strength when he was alone. It would be too much of a burden if there were more people around. Sure. I'll give Jiang Gongfeng some information about the nearby area after we eat. Centurion Zhang smiled. Speaking of which, the headmaster of the martial arts school is also nearby. Don't you want to go take a look? Just tell me the location. My target is the Galaxy Star Demon, Jiang Changkong said. Alright. Let's eat first. Centurion Zhang invited them into the stone house. The banquet was already prepared. Since they were going to kill the star demon, Jiang Changkong did not drink too much. Liang Zhe also had something to do, so he only drank a little. Centurion Zhang did not urge him to drink. If he drank too much in the desolate star plains, he would not be able to hunt the star demon. After eating and receiving the information, Jiang Changkong also brought some water and food. He rejected Liang Zhe's invitation and left alone. After leaving the military camp, Jiang Changkong quickened his pace and went straight to the depths of the desolate star plains. There was not a single star demon near the military camp. Half an hour later, Jiang Changkong finally saw a cosmic cloud state star demon. He casually killed it and extracted its essence energy before continuing his journey. It seems that this place isn't filled with Galaxy Sea Star Demon. Jiang Changkong traveled for another 15 minutes and encountered a group of Star Demon, but he didn't see any cosmic sea states. Did he have to go deeper? He wanted to find cosmic sea states everywhere. That way, he would be able to progress faster. Jiang Changkong held the long sword and didn't look at the time anymore. After walking for a long time, it was almost evening. Jiang Changkong finally saw the Galaxy Sea Star Demon. In the early stage of the cosmic sea state, there were 7 or 8 cosmic cloud state star demon. There were very few cosmic chi state star demon here. Object manipulation art. The long sword sliced through the air. It was as though there was a pair of invisible hands holding the long sword. It flew up and down among the star demon group, harvesting the lives of the star demon. Chapter 92. In the depths of the star barren grassland. As he killed the star demon, he consulted the information given by Centurion Zhang. Jiang Changkong had more or less figured it out. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that this place was a sea of stars. However, the star demon was a galaxy demon that led cosmic cloud states. Each team had a galaxy sea star demon. As for whether there were Stargate-level star demon in the depths, the information stated. Yes. The military rarely encountered such a star demon. Even if they did, they would use bombs or armor to take care of it. No one in Jiang City could kill the Stargate star demon with their own power, except for Jiang Changkong. With his current power, it was no problem for him to kill an early-stage Stargate star demon. But if he kept going deeper, God knows if he would encounter the peak of Stargate. Jiang Changkong didn't want to die. Plus, there were many star demon squads here. Sometimes there would be 2 squads within 100 meters. Hence, he hunted the star demon nearby. Although he didn't have the essence martial compass, his 5 senses were already very strong. Compared to the essence martial compass, he had an advantage. He estimated the distance. This place was very far from the military. It would take him half a day to run at full speed. As for the school, it was the same. Fighting here wouldn't affect them. It was too troublesome to find the star demon, so Jiang Changkong used the old method again. He used blood chi to lure the star demon and kill them all. His bronze skin metal bone technique and Tai Chi Sutra had reached perfection. Before his star power and stamina ran out, he would charge out. Blood chi rose again, and the star demon shook again. The star demon charged over. Dust billowed, the ground cracked, and the weeds were crushed. Jiang Changkong stood with his hands behind his back. He used the object manipulation art to control the long sword and the fire blade. The long sword was like a dragon, rampaging through the star demon group. The star demon fell. The flames burned, but soon it was extinguished by blood. He used the fire blade instead of the golden flames. The golden flames were hard to extinguish. He was worried that if he lost his essence, qi, and spirit, it would affect his blood qi. His blood energy was like a rainbow, dyeing the night sky red. Jiang Chongkong occasionally extracted essence, qi, and spirit and added them to the object manipulation technique to make up for astral power. When he was tired, he would hide and rest. When he was well rested, he would continue killing. With his previous experience, Jiang Chongkong played very steadily this time. After a night of killing, Jiang Chongkong was pleasantly surprised to find that he had more than 8,000 essence, energy, and spirit points. Even though there were only a few Tier 2 ones, there were a lot of them. He regretted not coming here earlier. At this rate, it would only take him 7 or 8 days to upgrade the object manipulation art to the StarCraft level. In 10 days, he would be able to reach the peak of Starsea Realm. With motivation, Jiang Chongkong became even more excited. The next day, he directly gave up on using the object manipulation art. The level of his object manipulation art was still too low, which affected his performance. He switched to using the Taiji Sutra and used his fists and legs to attack. His essence, qi, and spirit increased. More than 9,000, almost 10,000. Jiang Chongkong kept changing his position. He had no choice. He had killed all the star demon in one area, so he had to change his location. After fighting nonstop for 12 days, Jiang Chongkong finally managed to raise his object controlling art to the perfection of low-tier high-grade. Jiang Chongkong. Star C Pinnacle Low Level, High-Level Martial Arts, Bronze Skin Iron Bone Art, Peak 128000/128000 Taiji Sutra, Peak 128000/128000 Traceless 3 Cuts, Peak 1/128000 Fire Art, Peak 1/128000 Object Manipulation Art, Peak 1/128000 Essence, Energy, and Spirit. 7,098. Although there were still some flaws in the object manipulation art, it didn't affect him much. It was perfect with the fire sword art. The fire sword danced and the fire sword chi overflowed, flying up and down in the sky. The astral power of the object manipulation art wasn't very lethal, but it allowed him to control the sword perfectly. How about the Taiji painting? Jiang Chongkong made up his mind and the Taiji painting appeared. The Taiji painting moved according to his will with the object manipulation art. Just like the traceless 3 cuts, it was slightly flawed. But it didn't matter. Everything would be perfect when the object manipulation art was also completed. Next, he had to complete the 3 martial arts and break through to the Stargate. Jiang Chongkong changed his location again. He had killed almost all the star demons in the area and the stench was overwhelming. Not long after he left, he heard a few people talking. Another boring trip. A slightly dissatisfied voice was heard. How is it boring? There's still Lu Wuhai in Gangxiang Budo School, right? A female voice was heard with a hint of disdain. He should be able to take 2 moves from you. 2 moves? You think too highly of him. The teachers in Jiangqing School are about the same as the principal. The dissatisfied voice continued, I just don't understand why you called me to come to this remote place. Maybe there will be a few geniuses in other cities who are worth our time. Another voice was heard. Don't try to lie to me. A depressed voice was heard. The Star Chi is from the Martial Arts Exchange Conference. Jiangqing City lost to us, so they won't fight for it again. The other cities won't come all the way here. After all, a trace of the Star Chi is nothing. Following the voice, Jiang Chongkong arrived nearby. There were 4 people. 3 men and 1 woman. One was at the peak of the Star Sea Realm, and the other 3 were at the late stage of the Star Sea Realm. The 4 of them looked very young, in their 20s. The leader was at the peak of the Star Sea Realm. He was handsome, with black hair draped over his shoulders. He smiled and said nothing. One of them was burly, with muscles like dragons and bronze skin. He was the one who had said the depressed words. The woman was not bad-looking, only slightly worse than the female comrades and the female foodie. The last man was thin and had a scar that covered half of his face. He looked a bit fierce. His strength, coupled with his age, could be said to be terrifying. Exhilarating and enchantment were both top students in the martial arts school, but they were only at the early stage of the Star Sea realm. The Star Chi? Jiang Chongkong pondered in his heart. What is this Venus aura? The burly man spoke again. This time, it will be the same as before. We'll get the Star Chi and return to the city without any trouble. You can ask Yang Chungan. He's the host and did some research before coming here. If there really is someone who can snatch the Star Chi, the mission will fail. The man with black hair draped over his shoulders smiled. It doesn't matter. If he can beat me, not to mention snatching the Star Chi, I can even lose my saber to him, the burly man said seriously. The man with the scar, who had been silent, finally spoke. Lu Wuhai is dead. He was killed by his junior because he smuggled arms. Dead? His junior? The burly man and the woman were shocked. Is there really such a person in Jiangqing City? That's the news I just found out. Yang Chungan said lightly. But Pang Yun will be disappointed. When Lu Wuhai died, he was only in the middle stage of the Star Sea realm. His junior was about the same. Middle stage of the Star Sea realm. This Lu Wuhai is too useless. I thought that Jiangqing City had a talent. The man with black hair draped over his shoulders sneered. I can't even find an opponent. It's so boring. Senior, why don't we fight again? The burly man, Pang Yun, said disappointedly. The leading man's smile stiffened. You are a martial arts addict and a battle maniac. How many times have I beaten you? Don't you know fear? Pang Yun didn't care about these words. Instead, he was full of fighting spirit. Men are born to fight. Just fight again when you lose. The three of them. Jiang Chongkong watched the four of them walk away and sent a message to ask the female senior about the Star Chi. Soon, the female comrade sent a reply. The Star Chi was a great treasure of the Star Desolate Prairie. It was caused when the world changed and the star power sprinkled on the earth. Adding it to a weapon could make the weapon sharper. If someone practiced metal attribute martial arts, they could absorb the Star Chi to enhance their strength. In the beginning, there was a lot of Star Chi. It was just a wisp, and even the Stargate martial artists couldn't bear it. Now, it took a few years to condense a wisp, which could barely strengthen a top third-grade weapon. Moreover, this Star Chi had been lost to the Gangshui Castle Martial Arts School a few years ago. Now it belonged to someone else. After figuring it out, Jiang Chongkong was no longer interested. He might as well kill the Star Demon himself. To strengthen weapons, he had the Starlight Meteoric Iron. Chapter 93. Jiang Chongkong had no interest in the Star Aura, so he continued to kill the Star Demon. The female senior said that she also wanted to go deeper to train. Teacher Chu Jun would lead the team. Jiang Chongkong wasn't worried about their safety since his teacher was at the late-stage Starry Sea realm. He calmed down and continued to kill the Star Demon. His energy soared again. If there were no accidents, he planned to rush to the Stargate here. More than 9,000 energy every day. If he was lucky and a few peak Star Demon appeared, he could break 10,000. His energy grew quickly and steadily. Jiang Chongkong focused on killing the Star Demon and did not care about the outside world. After another 13 days of killing, Jiang Chongkong had perfected the object manipulation technique. There were only 2 martial arts left. In another 20 days or so, it would be enough. There were no more Star Demon nearby. He was about to move to another place when his phone rang. It was a female. She was confused. Senior. Lil Chongkong, where are you? I'm bored, Ji Xiling said. Jiang Chongkong was speechless. If you're bored, go play with Senior Yenshue. Why are you looking for me? Lil Chongkong. In Yenshue's voice came through. Jiang Chongkong. I didn't expect you to be together on the phone. But isn't that the relationship between you two? We've been here for a few days. It's so smelly, but we haven't seen a single ocean star demon. Where are you? Do you have a star demon? I want to practice. Right, let me introduce you to a few friends. Xiling was a bit upset. They had reached the star ocean realm but had not practiced yet. When they came to the deeper parts, they found all the smelly corpses of the star demon. I don't have a star demon here either. I'm looking for it. Jiang Chongkong smiled and said, I'll inform you when I find it. Goodbye. His way of killing the star demon was not suitable for the two senior sisters. They were only at the early phase of the star sea realm and needed his care, so it was better not to let them come. If you're bored, you can enjoy the magazine. If senior sister Yanxue is bored, she can eat more. Instead of studying the only copy, she was thinking about the star demon. Was she still a woman? After criticizing in his heart, Jiang Chongkong moved on to the next direction. He found a suitable position, killed the star demon, and drained its blood. He was very familiar with his movements. A few nearby star demon squads were attracted over. As he was killing the star demon, there was the sound of wind breaking, and a surprised voice said, After walking for so long, I finally see a living star demon. Boom! An unstoppable sword chi sliced a cosmic cloud state star demon in half. Blood and organs flowed out. Saber chi shot out and instantly split into dozens of saber chi, killing all the star demon that Xiao Chen had just lured over. What are you doing? Jiang Chongkong's expression was bad. The star demon he just lured over was intercepted by someone else. This person was none other than Pang Yun, whom he had met some time ago. He said the famous saying that men were born to fight and fight again when they were defeated. Ah, brother, sorry. I haven't fought in a long time, and my hands were itchy. Pang Yun turned around and scratched his head. I don't want this star demon. I'll help you kill the star demon. You can go. Jiang Chongkong waved his hand and found a clean star demon corpse to sit on. Why didn't he go for the star demon chi? Brother, you seem strong. Why don't we spar? Pang Yun's eyes flashed, and a powerful battle intent rose. Not interested. Jiang Chongkong shook his head. He wasn't interested in someone who couldn't even break his defense. Brother, you also use sabers. If I lose, I'll give you my saber. How about it? Pang Yun waved the saber in his hand and said with a hint of arrogance, Peak grade 3. Jiang Chongkong glanced at it. It was a huge saber that emitted a high temperature. It was 1 meter long, and there was a dragon pattern on the handle. Not interested. Although it was a good saber, the one in his hand was also peak grade 3. It just lacked the high temperature. Pang Yun was anxious. Brother, let's fight. No matter who wins, I'll give you a superior grade 3 star stone. How about it? Jiang Chongkong squinted his eyes. If it was a challenge in the arena, he would agree. However, this guy was a martial arts maniac. He could either kill him or be bothered by him in the future. No. I'll give you 20 seconds to leave. Otherwise, you don't have to leave. Jiang Chongkong said coldly. His 5 senses told him that there were a lot of star demon nearby. Why? Brother, are you going to kill me? Pang Yun's face darkened. Although I like to fight, I'm not afraid of death. If you have the ability, it's your destiny to die. Jiang Chongkong. He couldn't be bothered with this idiot. Pang Yun's expression turned serious. The astral power in his body contracted and the heat on the saber was restrained. He was ready to fight. Rumble. 20 seconds passed in the blink of an eye. The ground was shaking, smoke and dust were flying everywhere. The star demon roared and ran. The grass was turned into powder. Pang Yun's expression changed slightly, but there was a hint of excitement in it. Kill the star demon first. Then we'll fight. Jiang Chongkong opened his mouth. Never mind. The star demon was already here. As long as this guy didn't steal his energy, he could be a free fighter. He took a step forward. The saber flew up and down, and the fiery saber aura engulfed the star demon. Good strength! Pang Yun shouted in surprise. I want to fight with you more and more. Jiang Chongkong didn't stop. More than 10 star demon died with every step he took. He searched among the star demon group to see if there was anyone at the peak of Star Ocean. Unfortunately, there was none. Since Pang Yun was here, were the other 3 people nearby as well? Starlight intertwined and flames shot into the sky, burning the star demon. The star demon died quickly. It was obvious that Pang Yun had the intention to compete with him. If Jiang Chongkong killed 1, he would kill 2. If he killed 10, Pang Yun would kill 20. He suddenly felt that this idiot was a little cute. If he could help to kill star demons, wouldn't his essence, spirit, and spirit increase even faster? If he could, it wouldn't be a big deal to be entangled by a martial arts fanatic, right? Should he give him a few more chances to challenge him? After fighting for 3 hours, Pang Yun's face was pale. He was drenched in sweat. His star force and stamina were exhausted. Why do you look fine? Pang Yun wiped his sweat and killed the cosmic cloud state star demon. Jiang Chongkong was still standing with his hands behind his back. He swung his saber in all directions and slashed at the star demon. The difference between us is too huge. Pang Yun gritted his teeth and fought again. You're not from Jiang City? Which province are you from? Jiang City, a martial arts school. As for the name, you don't deserve to know. Jiang Chongkong spoke indifferently. His tone was calm, but it was filled with arrogance. This way, he would be able to swindle martial arts fanatics even more. Gangseong Budo School? I don't deserve to know? Pang Yun's face was filled with rage. A bottle of potion appeared in his hand, and he gulped it down. You must have taken a recovery potion in advance. I will definitely fight you. Jiang Chongkong said indifferently, I look forward to your performance. The fiery red saber chi reflected a scarlet light, looking as resplendent as the sunset. Jiang Chongkong strolled leisurely among the star demon. There was not a single drop of blood or sweat on his body. On the other hand, Pang Yun was in a sorry state. If he didn't take the recovery serum in time and use his star force to protect himself, he would have been injured by the star demon. Your blade technique is very special. You use chi to control the blade. If I knew this, I wouldn't be weaker than you. Pang Yun said stubbornly. Jiang Chongkong smiled. I like people who don't know what they're doing. Chapter 94. After another 2 hours, Pang Yun couldn't take it anymore. The potion could restore astral power, but it couldn't restore physical and mental strength. He was exhausted and sweating profusely. He had to stay close to Jiang Chongkong. You kill first. I'll catch up with you when I recover, Pang Yun said, panting. Jiang Chongkong ignored him and continued to kill the star demon. Pang Yun spent another 2 hours to recover. He didn't leave but continued to kill the star demon. After another 3 hours, Pang Yun couldn't take it anymore. Jiang Chongkong was still killing the star demon. Pang Yun looked at him while panting. After a few hours, Jiang Chongkong didn't take any recovery potion. Don't you need to recover? Men have to last, Jiang Chongkong said in disdain. He wouldn't be a man if he couldn't fight for a day. Pang Yun looked serious. You can last a long time, but a man needs to be able to unleash great power. Yes, I can unleash great power too. Jiang Chongkong said confidently. I don't believe it. You've been using normal sword energy all this time, Pang Yun said with certainty. You wouldn't have lasted this long if you unleashed your power like me. Jiang Chongkong chuckled and didn't argue. He continued to kill the star demon with his fiery sword energy. Pang Yun recovered and said, Are you really from Gangseong Budo School? That's right, Jiang Chongkong said casually. Pang Yun thought for a moment and suddenly said, You're a senior from Gangseong Budo School, Budokai Jianghai, right? Although he was confused, he was very sure. Budokai. Jiang Chongkong frowned. What's that? You don't know? Pang Yun was even more confused. If you're not a senior who left and you're not from Budokai, how can you be so powerful? In his impression, only those seniors who had graduated and been assigned jobs in Gangseong Budo School had such strength. Jiang Chongkong muttered, "Tell me Budokai, and I'll give you a chance to challenge me." "Really?" Pang Yun's face lit up as she stared at him. "You've expended too much energy today. Go back and rest. I'll be waiting for you at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, a kilometer north of here." After Jiang Chongkong finished speaking, he looked at the endless star demon horde. With a few leaps, he left. "All right, I'll wait for you." Pang Yun rubbed her palms together and left excitedly. He had finally met an expert. Endurance was nothing. Sometimes, explosive power was more important. Tomorrow, he would definitely let that guy see his own abilities. As soon as Pang Yun left, Jiang Chongkong appeared again and continued to kill. Jiang Chongkong continued killing until the sky turned dark. After resting for a while, he continued killing. In the end, when he extracted the essence, qi, and spirit, there was more than 16,000. It was hard to find a young man who didn't want a salary and only wanted to be beaten up. If he continued to help, he would be able to perfect 2 sets of martial arts in half a month. After extracting the essence, qi, and spirit, Jiang Chongkong continued killing for a while. He didn't care about the battle the next day. He didn't stop until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. He found a place to rest and rushed to the location of the battle at 5:30. A burly young man with a 3-foot broadsword was emitting a scorching heat. An invisible wave of air spread and suppressed the weeds around him. His face was resolute, his hair was messy, and his eyes were sharp. Jiang Chongkong walked over slowly. Pang Yun had been waiting for him for a long time. He was full of battle intent, strong astral power, and scorching heat. He seemed very excited. Pang Yun stood with his broadsword in front of him, looking unprecedentedly serious. "I can't see through you. You should be the best opponent I've ever met. I won't bully you. If you can take a step back, you win." Jiang Chongkong stood with his hands behind his back, looking calm. "I hope you're as strong as you say." Pang Yun's broadsword vibrated and the temperature around him increased. The fire was dazzling like the sun. Under the terrifying temperature, there were no sparks and the weeds around him immediately turned yellow. Suddenly, the heat shrank and returned to the broadsword. Blade of wildfire. The broadsword slashed and the air exploded, making a loud noise. A majestic aura accompanied this saber strike. It seemed like it could split apart everything, even mountains. Facing the attack, Jiang Chongkong didn't dodge. He reached out with 2 fingers. Clank! A crisp sound was heard, as if a sword had clashed. 2 fingers clamped the tip of the broadsword, and it couldn't move an inch. A stream of scorching astral power poured down from Jiang Chongkong's fingers and sank into the ground. How is that possible? Pang Yun couldn't believe it. Even a senior at the peak of the Star Ocean School would have to treat this attack with caution. However, it had been clamped by 2 fingers and the blade qi inside the broadsword was completely removed. "You've lost." Jiang Chongkong stopped and said, "Tell me about Budokai." Pang Yun stayed silent for a moment and then said, "There's only one Budokai in Jianghai. Budokai was a guild formed by the geniuses of a city or a province. Every Budokai was made up of geniuses from different cities. Budokai in Jianghai was made up of geniuses from the 5 cities in Jianghai. The threshold wasn't low. Martial artists in the middle phase of the Star Ocean School had to be less than 25 years old. Also, they had to be professional martial artists with a clean background. Those who could join Budokai were basically martial artists who had graduated. Every year, the Federation would allocate funds to fund Budokai's operations. The chairman of Budokai had a lot of power. Jianghai was too small, so there was only one Budokai in Gangshui Castle. For large provinces, there was almost one Budokai in each city. It sounds like there are no benefits except for the chairman. Jiang Chongkong sat on the ground and said casually. Peng Yun sat down at the side and said, "There are many benefits. Let's not talk about the big provinces and the small provinces. Even a small province like Jianghai can get a lot of resources. Since you're a student of a martial arts school, do you know about the martial arts conference?" "Of course I do, but I haven't participated yet," Jiang Chongkong said casually. "Haven't participated yet?" Peng Yun's eyebrows twitched. He had never participated before. If he wasn't a senior, was he a newcomer? Yang Chengan had investigated before. Gangxiang Budo School didn't have such a powerful person. Confused, Peng Yun continued, "The purpose of the martial arts conference is to compete for a place to go to the distorted Starlight Land." The distorted Starlight Land? Jiang Chongkong frowned. When the world changed, starlight fell, and the powerful star power distorted the space in some areas. There are treasures that fell with the starlight. There are only 3 places in the conference. At this point, Peng Yun revealed an envious expression. And in the martial arts tournament, there are 5. Before Jiang Chongkong could say anything, he continued, "Apart from that, there are some ores and medicinal plants. Special Star Demon. All good things in Jianghai Province will be distributed and notified in the form of missions. From what you said, there are only benefits to joining Budokai. There are no disadvantages," Jiang Chongkong said thoughtfully. "Of course, there are sacrifices, such as capturing fugitives, helping the city to kill the star demon when needed, and so on." Peng Yun said, "These are small things. If you want to join Budokai, you can transfer to Jiangshiring School first." I need to transfer?" Jiang Chongkong frowned. "Yes, there are too few people from Jiangcheng in Budokai. They are not powerful enough, so they can't do much." Peng Yun shrugged and said, "There are many seniors in Gangshui Castle's martial arts school. They are powerful. If they don't join, it's their loss," Jiang Chongkong said calmly. "I think it's your loss. Sometimes, people don't want you to join if you are powerful," Peng Yun said. Jiang Chongkong smiled faintly and said nothing. Afraid that he would join? Standing up, Jiang Chongkong turned and left. "Where are you going?" Peng Yun called after him. "To kill the star demon. Take me with you." Chapter 95. "Big brother, what's your name? Can we have another round? You really don't want to consider transferring to a martial arts school? This time you'll use your full strength. Let me see how strong you are. I know someone from Budokai. His name is Yang Chengan. He's a senior in your Gangxiang Budo School." Peng Yun followed behind, chattering. He really wanted to pull him into the Gangshui Castle Martial Arts School. Of course, more than that, he wanted to fight again. Jiang Chongkong stopped and looked at him. "I saw you 10 days ago. You should have gotten the aura of Gold Star. Why are you not in a hurry to leave?" "You saw us?" Peng Yun was stunned. "We did get the aura of Gold Star, but Big Brother Yang Chengan said he wanted to stay for a while to see his hometown and teach his juniors." "Thank you." Jiang Chongkong nodded and continued on his way. "Big brother, fight with me again. Let me see your true strength. Hit me hard, as long as you don't kill me," Peng Yun said eagerly. His spirit was commendable. Jiang Chongkong praised his spirit of fighting despite repeated failures. "Then work for me. If you want to challenge me, sure, but I want to kill the star demon. If you can kill the star demon with me for a whole day and only rest once, you will be qualified to challenge me," Jiang Chongkong said calmly. "Only rest once?" Peng Yun's face was pale. "This is to train your endurance. The first time, I killed for half a day. At that time, I wasn't Shanghai yet," Jiang Chongkong said softly. "Even if he wasn't Shanghai, he could still kill for half a day?" Peng Yun looked doubtful, but after looking at the scene in front of him, he believed it. This guy's endurance was ridiculous. Peng Yun gritted his teeth and said, "I'll try. Remember, this is your second chance. The third time won't be so easy," Jiang Chongkong said calmly. "I know. This time, I'll be prepared and use my strongest move to make you show your strength, Pang Yun said in a low voice. Then, let's begin. Jiang Chongkong's 5 senses detected traces of the star demon and killed the star demon, letting him bleed to attract the other star demon's attention. The ground trembled once more as the star demon horde charged over. Kill. This time, Pang Yun didn't compete with him. Instead, she carefully performed every move and used every bit of her astral power. Unlike yesterday, when the star demon was directly cut in half with one slash, today, he only killed the star demon. Jiang Chongkong continued to use the object manipulation technique and the mystic fire saber technique. Just an ordinary flame saber chi was enough to wipe out these star demon. After another day of killing, he obtained more than 17,000 essence, energy, and spirit point. Pang Yun only rested once in the middle of the journey. When night fell, she was so tired that she couldn't even move her fingers. Jiang Chongkong continued to kill the star demon. After 3 hours, the star demon finally recovered. After deciding on the location for tomorrow's challenge, Pang Yun stood up and left. The walls were high and there were many stone houses. The starlight was hidden and nothing could be seen. Pang Yun walked through the huge stone door. She looked extremely tired and her clothes were torn in many places. Little Yun, you look so tired. Did you encounter the star demon? A woman in white was holding 2 magazines and looking at the tired Pang Yun with a smile. Pang Yun shuddered and quickly walked to the side. Sister Xiling, I still have something to do. Goodbye. Stop, Pang Yun. Look at you. Did you encounter the star demon? The man with black hair walked over with Yang Chingon and the others. He frowned. We haven't seen the star demon for a few days. Tell us if you found it. Yang Chingon was also depressed. He wanted to give his juniors some pointers and lead them to kill the star demon. However, there was not a single star demon here. Pang Yun stopped and looked at the man with black hair. Brother Fong Lin, do you have any way to increase my strength without any damage? What are you going to do? Fong Lin frowned slightly. Medicine can do it, but only for 3 minutes. After that, you will be weak for a whole day. Pang Yun was silent for a moment. I met an expert. I challenged him to a fight. I want to force him to use the second move. The second move? Fong Lin's expression changed. The others were shocked. What expert? You can't even force him to use the second move? They knew Pang Yun's strength. Even Fong Lin, who was at the peak of Star Sea Realm, would find it difficult to deal with her. Forget the second move. He didn't even use one move. He only used 2 fingers to block my full strength. Pang Yun was not depressed. Instead, she was in high spirits. This kind of expert is my goal. Could he be a Stargate martial artist? There's a Stargate in Jiangqing? Or someone from the provincial capital? Yang Chengan's expression was gloomy. I know everyone from the provincial capital. He's from Gangxiang Budo School. I asked for his name, but he said I don't deserve to know. Pang Yun said in a low voice, so, I want him to recognize me. I deserve to know his name. Everyone, you're doing this just to know his name? I don't know who in the martial arts school is so powerful. Ji Xiling held her chin and said seriously, but I can quickly improve your strength. Sister Xiling, you have a way? Pang Yun was surprised. Ji Xiling took out a book with a mysterious expression. The Sunflower Treasure Book. It's the best way to improve quickly. You deserve it. According to my guess, after cultivating it, it is very likely to strengthen the pectoral muscles. Pang Yun, I actually naively believed that you would have a way. Everyone. Pang Yun turned and walked away, ignoring the female comrade. Pang Yun, such a powerful expert, we will go with you tomorrow, Fong Lin said. No need. This is between me and him. If you go, you will probably annoy him. Pang Yun waved her hand and went into the stone house to rest. She was too tired today and had to rest well for the battle tomorrow. Why don't you know what's good for you? Ji Xiling felt that it was a pity. Shouldn't a martial arts addict only focus on improving? Why would he care about gender? She was definitely not a serious martial arts addict. Fong Lin thought for a moment and walked into Pang Yun's room. She didn't know what he said. The next morning, Pang Yun looked excited and came to the agreed place. The astral power in his body was restrained, and only a little bit of it could not be restrained. Compared to the day before, the astral power fluctuation was countless times weaker. The broadsword was no longer hot, only a faint residual temperature. His eyes were calm and full of expectation. He held the broadsword naturally in his right hand, looking very casual. Jiang Chongkong slowly walked over. His astral power was restrained and not a single trace of it was revealed. Today, I will definitely take a step back, Pang Yun said in a low voice. Jiang Chongkong put his hands behind his back and said indifferently, "Do your best." "If I take a step back, you have to tell me your name," Pang Yun said. "Sure." Jiang Chongkong chuckled. "Ha!" he shouted, and the astral power that he had been restraining suddenly burst out. In an instant, flames rose to the sky and the temperature was guaranteed. Strong astral power was infused into the broadsword. It was still the same attack from the day before. Blade of wildfire. However, the power of today's strike was more than twice as strong as yesterday's. Bang bang! The air exploded and the airflow became hot. Pang Yun seemed to have merged with the broadsword and the fire. Jiang Chongkong's expression was still calm. Facing this powerful saber, he only pointed his finger. Buzz! He stretched out his index finger and pointed at the sword accurately. Strong astral power poured down. Right then, Pang Yun gathered astral power in his left hand and blasted at the place where the astral power was pouring down. Boom! The ground cracked and dust flew in the air. A terrifying astral power raged and the two of them bore the brunt of it. Pang Yun spat out a mouthful of blood. He was sent flying and the broadsword flew out of his hand. At the center of the astral power, golden astral power surged around Jiang Chongkong, suppressing the rampaging astral power. However, he didn't move an inch. "You let me divert the astral power, but use your palm to disrupt the diverted astral power and make it explode." "Good idea, but unfortunately you're too weak," Jiang Chongkong said. "I've lost, but I won't give up." Pang Yun stood up and picked up the broadsword. "Tell me the third challenge." "Kill the star demon for 3 days," Jiang Chongkong said. "Okay." Pang Yun agreed without hesitation. Jiang Chongkong heaved a sigh. "If you help me kill the star demon, I'll keep improving." "How can you beat me? I'm worried about you." Chapter 96. If not for the fact that Pang Yun was quite normal, Jiang Chongkong would have thought that he was an idiot. He had no hope of winning, but he insisted on challenging. On the third time, he was defeated with one finger. After that, he learned that when Jiang Chongkong was still in Galaxy, he became even crazier and had to take a step back. Jiang Chongkong also asked him what he would do if he couldn't take a step back. Pang Yun answered without hesitation. He would use the drug once. He had to remember the name of every target. Before he left, he had to know their names. In the future, he would challenge him again until he defeated him. This was what he had been doing all this time. On the 7th day, Jiang Chongkong had already gathered enough essence, qi, and spirit to level up a martial art. He chose to upgrade the Raging Flame technique and complete it. With the leveling up of the Fire technique, he could obtain more than 10,000 essence per day from killing the star demon. Including Pang Yun, he would get close to 20,000 every day. At first, Ji Xiling and the others were worried about Pang Yun, but seeing that he was fine and energetic every day, they didn't say anything. Most importantly, this martial arts fanatic wouldn't bother them anymore. They couldn't wait for him to leave. A few days later, Jiang Chongkong received a message from Ji Xiling. The reward had come. She asked him to take some time to return to the city to receive it. Jiang Chongkong replied that he didn't have time for now. He would go back after leveling up to Stargate. The reward wouldn't run away anyway. It wasn't easy to get a free job. He had to hurry. Pang Yun's talent wasn't bad. During this period of time, he had improved rapidly and was showing signs of reaching the peak of galaxy. Don't you find it boring killing the star demon every day? Pang Yun asked. Do you find it boring? Jiang Chongkong asked back. No, it won't be boring as long as there are battles, Pang Yun said. It's just that many people can't stand it. The star demon is too dangerous. If you have the strength, kill more to improve yourself, Jiang Chongkong said lightly. Pang Yun stopped talking and focused on killing the star demon. A day passed and Pang Yun left. Jiang Chongkong continued his massacre. On the third day, before the sun rose, Pang Yun carried his saber and prepared to go out. Little Yun. As soon as he walked out of the stone house, Fong Lin caught up to him and called out to him. Brother Fong Lin, what's wrong? Pang Yun looked at him in confusion. Fong Lin's expression was solemn. Wang Ping has caught up and has already entered the desolate star plains. Don't go out today. I see that you are about to reach the peak of the Star Sea realm. Focus on breaking through for the next few days. Wang Ping is here. Pang Yun's expression was unsightly. His younger brother's skills were inferior. Brother Qing and one fair and square. What reason does he have to chase after us? There's no need for a reason. In a battle between warriors, the strong will decide everything. Fong Lin said in a low voice, when you break through to the peak of Star Ocean, you and I will work together. Together with Qing and the others, we should be able to fight. Alright, it's just that I didn't tell Big Brother. If I don't go today, I don't know if he will be angry with me. Pang Yun frowned. I'll explain in the future. I will let Zi Ling and the others leave now. Later, I will go to the desolate star plains to find Wang Peng's whereabouts. Fong Lin sighed and went to look for Ji Xiling and Ing Yanxue. It's too dangerous, Pang Yun said in a low voice. It's okay. We are all from the Gangshui castle. Wang Peng will give us a way out, Fong Lin said. Pang Yun did not say anything else and went into the house to cultivate. On the other hand, Jiang Chongkong was a little puzzled that Pang Yun did not come. Could it be that she was tired of it? If she was tired, then so be it. He had already gathered half of it. With his current speed, he would be able to complete it in 5 or 6 days. When the traceless 3 blades reached completion, he would be able to step into the Stargate realm. His martial arts would also be upgraded to the intermediate realm. Another night passed. The next day, Pang Yun still did not come. Jiang Chongkong focused on killing the star demon and did not think too much about it. After another 3 days, Fong Lin returned from the stronghold in the school with serious injuries. Brother Fong Lin. Yang Chengan quickly held him up, took out a medicine and poured it into his mouth. After drinking the medicine, Fong Lin's face became ruddy. Thank you. I'm fine. But Wang Peng will be here soon. Let's fight it out with him. He's so unreasonable. His brother is useless, but he still won't let us go. Ji Xiling said angrily. Yang Chengan sighed and said, I asked you to leave with the principal and the rest, but you guys were unwilling. At this time, don't say anything else. Take the things and leave. This has nothing to do with you guys. Leave. What nonsense are you talking about? Loyalty is the most important thing between brothers. Ji Xiling said unhappily, you can throw that thing away. I don't want it anyway. Xiling, to think that you transferred from the provincial capital. Strength decides everything. If you can't do it yourself, you can only blame yourself for not having a big brother. Fong Lin smiled bitterly. Pang Yun's heart skipped a beat. I have a big brother. I got to know him these few days. I wonder if he will help. That big brother of yours, you've only known him for a few days. Will he help us deal with the Stargate martial artists? Fong Lin shook his head. Wang Peng has reached the limit of early Stargate. He could step into the middle stage of Stargate at any time. He's very strong. Big Brother's strength is unfathomable. Although he said he is at the peak of Stargate, I think he might be stronger. As for whether Big Brother will help, I think he will. He's also from Gangseong Budo School. Pang Yun said thoughtfully. He's also from a martial arts school? Everyone was shocked. Gangseong Budo School had such a strong person? That's enough. I'll prepare some food and drink. I'll be back soon. Pang Yun left in a hurry. Carrying the food and drink, Pang Yun ran to where Jiang Chongkong was. Jiang Chongkong's location was easy to find. He would be wherever there was blood energy. He was almost done gathering his essence, energy, and spirit. Just a few thousand more. Just as he was about to seize the time to gather it, he saw Pang Yun, who he had not seen for a few days, rushing over. Not bad. You're at the peak of Stargate. You've been in seclusion these days, right? Jiang Chongkong praised. Big Brother, I want to ask you for a favor. Pang Yun was a little embarrassed and said shyly. Jiang Chongkong frowned slightly. Since when did you become so wishy-washy? Just say it. Pang Yun took a deep breath and said, I met a Stargate martial artist. His brother lost in the fight for the treasure, so he came after me personally. Big Brother, you're also from Gangseong Budo School. Please don't refuse. This matter also involves Gangseong Budo School? Jiang Chongkong frowned. Yes, Yang Chingon is from Gangseong Budo School. However, he did not want to involve the school, so he asked the principal to leave with the students. However, Brother Cheng and wanted to give the things to Xiling and Yenshue, but they were too loyal and refused to leave no matter what. Pang Yun explained. It's also related to Xiling and Yenshue? Jiang Chongkong looked at him. What realm is Stargate at? The peak of the early stage. Where is he? I'll go and kill him, Jiang Chongkong said lightly. Pang Yun was speechless. Big Brother, are you that fierce? Kill him directly? Say it, Jiang Chongkong urged. Pang Yun quickly said, I don't know where he is yet, but I'm sure he'll find his way. All right then. Let me know if there's any news of him, Jiang Chongkong said. After talking about this, Pang Yun said again, then it's settled. Big Brother, how about we fight again? I must know your name. Jiang Chongkong said lightly, let's wait until the matter is settled. Okay. After the agreement, the two ate and drank to their heart's content. Pang Yun left directly after eating. Jiang Chongkong turned around and continued to kill Star Demon. This time, he only killed for half a day. He gathered enough essence, chi, and spirit to perfect the traceless 3 strikes. Jiang Chongkong thought for a moment and continued killing. He wasn't in a rush to level up. He tried to save as much essence, chi, and spirit as possible, or the cosmic cloud state would be useless. Late at night, Jiang Chongkong sat cross-legged and looked at the essence, breath, and spirit of close to 10,000. He first recovered his astral power. Until the morning, his state recovered to its peak. A faint wave of star force seeped out of his body. Then, there was golden light. Rays of golden light blossomed, and the surface of his body turned from bronze to gold. Strands of golden light passed through his clothes. He looked like a golden man. Looking into his body, he could see that his internal organs, meridians, and blood had all turned golden. Invincible! The astral power in his body surged, and a faint golden door rose from the golden astral power and stood on the star door. Stargate!